you awake. All live.
Right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the final day. A bit odd having it on a Monday after the weekend, but there we go. At least we've had a chance for my voice and the other auctioneers to recover.
You should be so
maybe.
Then,
There we go. Right. Just a few quick announcements. I think most of you were probably tuned in last week, so you get the gist. But 26.4% is the buyer's premium on the hammer price, so please do be aware of that. For those of you who are bidding with us in the room on the GH Live platform and commission bid, etc. For those of you who are bidding on the saleroom.com and Easy Live Auction, you have signed up and agreed to your extra surcharge, so do be aware of that. It is slightly more expensive to bid on those platforms. We are selling electrical items today, and as you have all seen in the footnote, particularly in our online catalogues, not necessarily in the printed catalogues, but in the online catalogues, we do have a footnote relating to electrical items, which is basically do not assume these things are working. You've all had a chance to view in person, you've all had a chance to ask for condition reports. We have carried out hundreds of condition reports, I think about 600 condition reports plus this sale for people that are quite rightfully asking the condition of lots before bidding so they can ascertain the working condition. So if you haven't done so, then just do be aware you are bidding with a risk. So you're taking on the risk yourselves. If you buy, especially those of you online who haven't asked for a condition report and haven't viewed, if you buy a pedal and it gets to you and it doesn't work, then there's nothing we can do about it. You are stuck with it. So quite simply, if you are unsure, please do not bid, because I'll go and sell it to someone else who's happy to take it on, or someone who has asked for a condition report, they've seen it doesn't work, but they're happy to take it on and do the repair themselves. So I can't make that clear enough. So please do not send me an email saying I bought this pedal from you and it does not work, because I will be polite, of course, as I always am, but you won't get a very favourable response from me. But there we go. So I've made that very, very clear. Internet platforms today bidding away. I've got the three. I've got GH Live, the saleroom.com and Easy Live running through these two screens. I've got commission bids with me. I've got you guys in the room. I'll make it very clear where I'm taking bids from. If you think I'm going to miss your bid in the room, please shout, because we've got hundreds of buyers on the internet and this will be flashing away quite a lot. I should see you, but just in case, just shout. And for those of you on the internet, there may be the odd occasion where the hammer goes down when a bid comes in just on time, and my reflexes do not allow me to pull my hammer up quick enough. So we will open the bidding back up if we deem a bid has come in on time. And please don't get upset if that happens and you think you've won, because the same courtesy will be extended to you as well. It's guaranteed to happen. It doesn't happen that often, but it is guaranteed to happen at any sale. So we will make it very fair to everyone. So I think that covers everything I need to say today. Of course, I will say we do post pedals, so if you are interested in having pedals posted, we can do that. It's pretty much the only thing we will send in the post from these guitar sales. So you can get a quote from us. We have a minimum charge. I think it's £16 plus VAT, so it's not the cheapest, but it's the only method we have available to us to make sure these things get to you safely. And I will say £16 plus VAT, that is for one pedal. Obviously if you buy more it will be more, because the weight and the size of the parcel goes up. Right, so I think we can now definitely crack on. Lot 1701 is the first of the pedals. Most of these are in at no reserve, so bid away and we'll get through as quick as possible. Lot 1701 is the Boss BF2 flanger guitar pedal. There we go. First up, the Boss there. Classic Boss pedal, £40 I'm bid, 45 do I see? At £40 I'm starting. Do I see 45 now? £40, 45 do we see elsewhere? At £40 then, hammer going down with my bar at £40. £40, first lot gone, 302. 1702, the Boss GE7 equalizer guitar pedal. There we go, the equalizer there, Taiwanese pedal this one with the box, and I can start this away with bids on the internet at £70. 75 do we see? at £70, and my commission bid's out. 75 do we see now at £70. We all finished all short at £70, selling on the internet all done at 70. £70, 2488. Lot 1703 is the 1970s Gen Crybaby guitar pedal. There we go, the Crybaby there. I can start this away with bids at 30. We're going on the internet now. We're up to 60 on the internet. 65 do we see? At £60 bid, 65, 70. At £65, so see 70 now, £65. Are we all finished all short at £65, 70, 75, at 70, 75, at £70, 75, do we see 75, 80, at £75, so see 80 now, at £75. Are we all finished, all done? At £75 for the Gen there. The last chance all done at 75, 75, buy number 2853. 1704 is the Bob Burt B-flat overdrive guitar pedal. Don't see these that often. Boutique pedal there, and we're opening this up away at £70, 75 do we see? At £70, 75 now, £70, 75 elsewhere, at £70 and selling on the saleroom.com at £70, £70, buy number 8070. Lot number 1705 is the Jext Tellez Buzztone Fuzz guitar pedal. There we go, 85, 90, 95. At 90, 95, 100, 110. At £100 to see 110 now. At £100 to see 110. At £100, last chance all done at £100. 100, buy number 8070. Lot number 1706 is the Bjorn Yules, the BJFE, modified Russian Electro-Harmonix Big Muff. There we go. And at 110, 120 now. At 110, we're up to 120, do we see? At 110, holding here on the internet, it's bid 120, do we see? At 110. Are we finished? All sure, all done at 110. Hammer's going down at 110, all finished, all sure, all 110. 110, buy number 2077. Lot number 1707 is the Digitech Artist Series Brian May Red Special guitar pedal. There we go, always popular these, and I can start straight in with bids at 150, 160, do we see? At 150, do we see 160 now? At 150, do we see 160 if you like? At £150 then, Hammer going down all short, all done at £150. 150, and that's my buyer number 2218. Lot number 1708 is the Korg Pitch Black Pro Rack Mount Chromatic Tuner. There we go in the box at £40 bid, 45 do we see? At £40 bid, 45 now. At £40 bid, 45 do we see? At £40 then, all finished all short at £40. £40, buyer number 2966. Lot number 1709 is the Boss RT20 Rotary Sound Processor Guitar Pedal. There we go at 120 with bids, 130 do we see? At 120 do we see 130 now? At 120, 130, 130, 140. At 130 room bid, holding 140 do we see? At 130, 140, 150 sir. Thank you. At 140 we have on the internet, 150 do we see? At £140 then, are we finished all sure, all done at £140? Last chance all done at 140. 140, buy number 2853. 1710 is a TC Electronic Chocker Tremolo guitar pedal. There we go, we've got bids at £30. 35 do we see? At £30 holding, 35 now. At 30 do we see 35 elsewhere? At £30 then, all finished all short at £30. £30, buy number 2580. Lot number 1711 is the TC Electronic Chocker Tremolo again at £10, 15. I have 18 do we see? At 15 do we see 18 now? At 15 do we see 18 elsewhere? At £15. Selling that at £15 with my buyer against you all done at £15. £15, and that's sold to my buyer number 302. Lot number 1712 is a full tone OCD overdrive guitar pedal. There we go, a must have for any pedal collection. At £80 bid, 85 do we see? At £80 bid, 85 now. At £80 bid, 85 do we see elsewhere? At £80 then, all finished all sure. 85, 90. At £85 we'll see 90 now. At £85 we'll see 90 if you like. At £85, Hammer going down at £85. Last chance all sure at £85. £85, 3101. Lot number 1713 is the Boss Wazacraft SD1W Super Overdrive Guitar Pedal. There we go, Japanese made this one. And we can start straight in with bids on the internet at £75, knocking my commission bid out. 80 do we see? 80, 85. At £80 bid, 85 now. At £80, 85 now. £80, 85 do we see elsewhere? At £80 then, last chance all sure, all done. At £80, £80. Buyer number 2474. Lot number 1714 is the next Boss Wazercraft there, the DM2W Delay guitar pedal at £60, 65, 70, 70, 75. At £70, bid 75, do we see? At £70. Hammer going down at £70, all finished, all sure, 75, 80. At £75, I see 80 now. At £75, do I see 80 for one more? At £75, and all finished, all done at £75. 80, 85. At 80, do I see 85 now? At £80, are we all finished, all short at £80? Bids just in time there at 80 and selling £80. And that goes to buyer number 345. Lot number 1715 is the Wazercraft there, the DM2W Boss again, Delay. Essentially the same pedal there, and at £75, 80 do we see? At £75 with interest on the internet there, 80 now. At £75 do we see 80, 80, 85. At 80 do we see 85 now. At 80, 85 do we see? At £80 then. Holding on the internet all done at £80. Hammer going down at £80. £80, and that goes to buyer number 2939. Lot number 1716 is the Boss Wazercraft MT2W Metal Zone guitar pedal. There we go, we've got bids. Let's see what the internet does, as I also have bids on commission, and I can open at £70 on commission. 75 do we see? At 75, 75, and I'm out the bids in the room. 80, 85, 85, 90, 95. Thank you, sir. £90 then, holding on the internet. 95 do we see? At £90 then, selling at £90. Last chance ordered at 90, £90, and that goes to buyer number 10074. Lot number 1717 is the Wazercraft Boss MT2W guitar pedal. There we go, with the box again. 75, 80, 85, 85, 90. At £85 bid on the internet. 90 do we see? At £85 internet bid. 90 now. At 85. Hammer going down at 85, all finished, all sure at £85. 85, and that goes to buyer number 2474. 1718 is the Boss Wazercraft HM2W heavy metal guitar pedal. At £70 bid, 75 do we see? At £70 bid, 75, 75, 80. At £75 in the room bid, 80 do we see? At £75 is a room bid holding, 80 if you like. At £75, are we all finished? 80, 85. 85, 90. At £85 to see 90 now. At £85 the room bid is holding it. 90 do we see? At £85 then. Hammer's going down at £85, all sure, all done at 85. 85. And you are, sir. 53, thank you very much. Lot 1719 is the Boss Wazercraft HM2W heavy metal guitar pedal. There we go, the second of the two. And at 65 I have on commission. 70, 75, 80, 85. At 80 do we see 85 now? At £80, 85, 85, 90. At £85 holding on the internet then. 90 do we see? At £85 to see 90, 95. At £90 bid, 95 now. At £90. Hammer going down at £90 then, all finished, all sure at £90. £90, and that's buyer number 2498. Lot number 1720 is the next Wazercraft there by Boss CE2W chorus guitar pedal. And with lots of interest on this one. I had 3 bids on commission that have all been knocked out, and I'm on the internet with a bid now at 130, 140 do we see? At 130 do we see 140? At £130 I see 140 elsewhere. At £130 then, all finished, all sure at 130. 130, and that's buyer number 2908. There we go. Lot 1721 is the next Boss Wazercraft BD2W guitar pedal. There we go. I've got bids at £80, 85, 90. At £85, 90 now. At £85, 90, 90, 95. At £90, 95, 100 I now have. 110, 120. At 110, 120, 130. At 120 do we see 130? At £120 then, holding at 120 and selling at £120. 120, buyer number 2498. Lot number 1722 is the Boss Wazercraft DC2W Dimension C. I can start this opening away at 120. On the internet 130, 130, 140. At 130 is a room bidder holding 140 do we see? At 130 do I see 140 if you like? At £130 and selling of the gentleman sat in the room, 140, 150. Thank you, sir. At £140 I see 150 elsewhere. at £140 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £140. 140, and that was buyer 2052. Lot number 1723 is the Wazacraft VB2W vibrato guitar pedal. There we go, and I have bids at £80 on commission, 85 do we see? At £80, 85 now. At £80 on commission, 85, 90, 95. At £90, 95 now. At £90, 95 if you like. At £90, hammer going down at £90, 5, I'm out. The bid's on the saleroom.com, 100 now. At £95 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £95. 95, buyer number 8022. 1724 is the MXR stereographic equalizer within the original box there. Another good pedal, this one, and I can start away with commission bids on at £70, 75 do we see? At £70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. At 90 holding, 95 do we see now? At £90 holding with my buyer, 95 do we see elsewhere? At £90. Are we all finished, all sure at £90? £90, buyer number 302. Lot number 1725 is the full tone ultimate octave guitar pedal. There we go, the ultimate octave, and I can start away with bids at £100 on commission, 110 do we see? At 100, 110 I'm out, the bids online, 130 do we see? At 110, 120, 130 do we see elsewhere? At 120 do we see 130? At £120, all finished, all sure, £120, 120, and that goes to bar number 10048. Lot number 1726, the full tone full drive 2 guitar pedal. There we go, and at £55, 60 do we see? At £55, we'll see 60, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Thank you. £75 bids with my bar on commission, 80 online, and I'm out. 85 do we see? At £80, internet bid, 85 do we see elsewhere? At £80 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £80. £80, and that's buyer number 10048. Lot 1727 is the early ball 6166 volume expression pedal. Again with the box, this one, £65 with bid, 70 do we see? At £65, we'll see 70, at £65. Hammer's going down at £65, and all finished, all sure at £65. 65, and that goes to bar number 2006. 1728 is the Boss FS6 dual foot switch. There we go, all the foot switches there, and sustain pedals, etc. At £45 with bids, 50 do we see? At £45, we'll see 50, 50, 55. £50 bid in the room, 55 if you like elsewhere. At £50, 5, 60, thank you sir. £55, we'll see 60 elsewhere. At £55 then, hammer going down, internet bid at £55, 55, and that's buyer number 2080. Lot number 1729 is the Peterson Auto Strobe Tuner. There we go, I've got bids at £200 starting straight in, 220 do we see? At £200, do I see 220 now? At £200, I see 220 for one more, 220, 240. At 220, do I see 240? Comes with the box. At 220 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £220. 220. 220, that goes to bar number 2881. Lot number 1730 is the Peterson Strobo Rack Tuner. Again, and this is the more slimline rack, this one. And at 140, 150 do we see? At 140 do we see 150 for bids? At 140 do I see 150 for one more? At £140 then, 150 do I see for a bid for one more? At £140, hammer's going down at 140. Lot number 1731 is the Sony HR GP5 guitar processor. There we go, together with the remote foot controller. Rare piece of equipment, this one. You don't see these often at all. And at £30 bid, 35 do we see? At £30 with bids, and it will sell. 35 do we see elsewhere? At £30. Hammer's going down then at £30. If we're all sure, all done. At £30 then, all finished, last chance, all done at 30. 30. Buy number 2605. Lot 1732 is the full tone FB3 Fat Boost guitar pedal. And where can we start on this one? At £80 straight in, 85 do we see? I've got 80 on commission, 85 do we see now? At £80, 5, I'm out, the bid's online, 90. At £85, 90 now. At £85, 90 for one more. At £85, then all finished, all sure, done, 90, 95. at £90 bid 95 now, 95, 100, at £95 bid 100 do we see, at £95, 100, 110, at £100 you'll see 110 now, at £100 you'll see 110 if you like, at £100 then we'll finish all short at £100, 100 goes to bar number 2932. 1733 is a 4PFX Peacekeeper overdrive guitar pedal. There we go, very good pedal indeed. £100 bid on the internet, 110 do we see. At £100, 110, 120. At 110 do we see 120 now. At £110 we'll see 120 elsewhere. At £110 then we'll finish all short at £110, 110. 110 goes to bar number 2077. Lot number 1734 is the Dunlop FFM2 Fuzzface Mini Guitar Pedal. There we go, £40 bid, 45 do we see, 45, 50, 50 sir, 50, 55, at 50 do we see 55, at 50 do we see 55 now, 5, 60, 65, at 60 do we see 65 now, 65, 70, thank you sir, £65, 70 elsewhere, at £65 and all finished all short at £65, £65, bar number 2324. Lot number 1735 is the Full Tone Mini Deja Vibe Vintage Chorus Guitar Pedal, and at £100 to open away, 110 do we see. At £100 do we see 110, at £100 it's on commission with my buyer, do I see 110 elsewhere. At £100, 110, 120, 130. At 120 do I see 130 now. 120, 130, I'm out, the bid's online, 140. At 130 do I see 140. At £130, hammer going down at 130, 130, and that's buyer number 10048. Lot 1736 is the Full Tone OF2 Octafuzz guitar pedal. There we go. At £90, 95 do we see. At £90 on commission, 95 now. At £90 commission, 5, 100, 110. At £100 on commission, do I see 110? I do. And I'm out, 120. At 110, do I see 120 now? At £110, do I see 120 elsewhere? At £110, 120, 130. At 120, do I see 130 now? At £120 then, selling at 120, 130, 140. At 130, 140 do we see? At £130, do I see 140 elsewhere? At £130, hammer going down at all done at 130, 130, buy number 10048. 1737 is the Electro Harmonix Leicester K rotary speaker guitar pedal. There we go. At £65 with bid, 70 do we see? 70, 75. At 70, 75, 80, 85. At 80, 85, 90, 95. At 90 do we see 95 now? 95, 100. At £95 to see 100 now. At £95 and all finished all short at £95. 2222. 1738 is the Radial Engineering Pro RMP Studio Reamper Direct Input Box. There we go. At £35, £35 40 now. At £35 to see 40. At £35 40, 45. At £40 45 now. At £40. Hammer going down at £40 and all finished all short done at £40. £40. Bar number 2021. Lot number 1739 is the Marshall Vintage Reissue Blues Breaker Overdrive Guitar Pedal. There we go with the box there. And at £120 we can open up with 130 do we see. At 120 opening with bids on the internet, 130 now. At 120 do we see 130 elsewhere. At £120 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £120, 120, and that goes to bar number 2474. Lot number 1740 is the Origin Effects Slide Rig Dual Chain Limiting Amplifier Studio compressor guitar pedal. There we go, £200 straight in with bids, 220 do we see. At £200 on the internet bid, 220 now. At 200, 220 now do we see. At £200 then. Selling on GH Live then at £200. Last chance all done at £200. £200 all finished. 200, buy number 10048. Lot number 1741 is the Lil the Dual SGOS ABY Amplifier Switcher £100 bid straight in 110 do we see? At £100 do we see 110 if you like? At £100 all finished all short or done at £100. 100 buyer number 2019. Lot number 1742 is a TC Electronics Ampworks DC30 preamp guitar pedal at £40. 45 do we see? At £40 holding on commission, 45 now at £40. Hammer going down at £40 then, all finished all short at £40. £40. £40 my buyer 302. Lot 1743 is a 1983 Boss CE2 chorus guitar pedal at £70. I have on commission, 75 do we see? At £70, 75, I'm out, the bid's in the room. 80 do we see? 80, 85, 85, 90. At £85 holding, 90, 95. Thank you, sir. At £90, 95 do we see? At £95, £90, 95, 100, 100, 110. At £100, we'll see 110 now. At £100 then, are we all finished all sure? The Boss pedal in the box there at £100, 110, 120. At 110 do we see 120 now? At £110, are we all finished all sure? At £110, 120, 130. At 120, 130 do we see? At £120, all finished all sure all done. At £120, 120 buyer number 2498. Lot number 1744 is the Boss MD Mega Distortion guitar pedal. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 now. I have 50 on commission, 55 do we see? At £50 on commission, 55 elsewhere. At £50 then, selling on commission with my buyer against you all at £50. £50 and that's buyer number 302. Lot number 1745 is the Jim Dunlop GCB 95 Crybaby guitar pedal. There we go. £25, 30 do we see? 35. At 35, 40, 45 now. At £40 on commission, 45 do we see? At £40 then, all finished, all done at £40. Hammer going down at 40. £40, that's buyer number 2040. Lot number 1746 is the first of the WEM solid state Watkins copycat delay units. There we go. £80, 85 do we see? At £80, 85, 90, 95. At £90 bid, 95 now. Bids in France, they're holding on the saleroom.com at £90, 95 do we see elsewhere? 100 we're up to, 110. At £100 bid, 110 now. At £100, hammer going down at £100, all finished, all sure at 100. 100, that's buyer number 8013. Lot number 1747 is the next 1970s WEM Watkins, the IC300 this time. And at 110, 120, 130. At 120 do I see 130 now? At 120, 130, 140. At 130 do I see 140 elsewhere? At £130. Are we all finished all sure? At £130, 140, 150, 150, 160. At 150 do I see 160 now? At £150 do I see 160, 160, 170. 170, 180, 180, 190. At 180 do I see 190 now? At £180 do I see 190, 190, 200. At 190 do I see 200 now? 200, 220. At £200 do I see 220 if you like. At £200 do I see 220 elsewhere. At £200 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £200. 200. 2130. Lot number 1748 is the early 1960s Watkins copycat valve echo unit. There we go. 170 on this one, 180, 190, 200, 220, 240. At 220 comes with the cover as well. 220, 240 do we see? At 220 do we see 240 if you like? At £220 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £220. 220. 220, and that goes to buyer number 2130. Lot number 1749 is the early 1960s Watkins copycat valve echo unit. There we go. £200 with bids, 220 do we see? At £200 I see 220. At £200 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £200. £200, and that goes to bar number 10054. 1750 is the Korg Pitch Black. There we go, the chromatic tuner pedal, and at £35, 40 do we see? At £35 with bids, 40 now. At £35, 40. At £35 we'll see 40 elsewhere. At £35 all finished, all done at £35. 35, and that goes to bar number 2989. Lot number 1751 is the Behringer V-Amp 3 virtual amplification model. There we go. At £35.40 do we see? At £35, so see 40 now. At 35, 40, 45. At £40, 45 now. £40, 45 do we see? At £40, £40, buyer number 2080. Lot number 1752 is the Boss NS2 noise suppressor guitar pedal. At £20, 25 do we see? At £20, 25, 30. At £25, room bid holding 30, 30, 35. At £30 on the internet there, 35 now. At £30 and selling. Well, we all finished, all done at £30. Last chance all done at £30. £30, buyer number 2034. Lot number 1753 is a 1980s Orion MTE1 tubulator guitar pedal, together with the Quartz guitar tuner. At £25 with bid straight in, 30 do we see? At £25, so see 30. At £25, and all finished, all short, done at 25. 25, and that's buyer number 3089. Lot number 1754 is the Electro Harmonics Crime Tone guitar pedal, together with the Alesis Spitfire amp. There we go, the two in the lot there, and it's £45 I have with bids, and it's a selling bid. 50 do we see? At £45, so see 50 now. At £45, so see 50 elsewhere, and it will sell, make no mistakes, at £45. All finished, all done at £45. 45, and that's buyer number 302. Lot number 1755 is the Boss Digital Pitch Shifter, the PS2 guitar pedal. There we go, and at £100 with bid straight in, 110 do we see? At £100, so see 110 now. At £100, hammer going down at £100, 100, buyer number 2204. 1756 is the Boss BF2 flanger guitar pedal. There we go, £100 with bids, 110 do we see? At £100, so see 110. At £100 then, all finished, all short, done at £100. £100, buyer number 2204. Lot number 1757 is the Boss DM2 delay guitar pedal in the box, the Japanese made one there. At 120 with bids, 130 do we see? 130, 140, 150, 160. At 150 do we see 160? At £150. Hammer going down at 150, all finished, all short at 150. 150, buyer number 2258. Lot number 1758 is the Boss Overdrive OD1 guitar pedal. At 130, 140 now. At 130 do we see 140? At £130 to see 140 elsewhere. At £130, all finished, all short at 130. 130, buyer number 2204. Lot number 1759 is the Boss Tremolo TR2 guitar pedal. There we go in the box. And at £45, 50, 55 do we see? I have 50 on commission, 55 now. At £50, I see 55. At £50. Hammer going down at £50, and all finished, all short, done at £50. £50, buyer number 302. Lot number 1760 is Electro Harmonics full double tracking guitar pedal. There we go. At £65 I have on the internet, knocking my commission bid out. 70 do we see? At 70, 75. At £70 bid, 75 now. At £70, 75 do we see? At £70 then, all finished, 75, 80. At £75, we'll see 80 now. At £75. We all finished, all short at £75. Hammer going down at 75, 80, 85. At 80, 85 now. At £80 bid, 85 do we see? At £80 then, last chance all done at £80, £80, and that's buyer number 2021. 1761 is the Proco Rat 2 guitar pedal. There we go, £45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 do we see? At £65 we'll see 70. At £65 we'll see 70 for the Rat there. At £65, 70 elsewhere. At £65 then, 70, 75. At 70, 75 do we see? At £70 then, selling on the internet, all done at £70. £70 to 2853. Lot number 1762 is a Digitech DoD PDS 1002 digital delay guitar pedal. At £50, 55, 60. At £55 we'll see 60, 60, 65. At £60 holding in the room, then against the internet now, 65 do we see? 65, 70. At 70, 75. At £70 I have in the room, 75 if you like, back in online. 75, 80, 80, 85. At 80 do we see 85 now? At £80, room bid holding 85 do we see? At £80. Are we all finished, all short? £80. Last chance all done at 80. £80. And your number, sir, 379. Thank you. Lot number 1763 is a Jim Dunlop GCB 95 wah guitar pedal at £30 bid. 35 do we see? At 30, 35, 40, 40, 45. At 40 do we see 45 now? At 40 do we see 45 elsewhere? At £40 then, all finished all short at £40. £40, 2222. Lot number 1764 is the 1970s Top Gear wah guitar pedal. There we go, the Top Gear wah at £45.50 do we see? At £45 to see 50. At £45. Are we all finished then at £45.50 for one more? All finished, last chance, all done. 50, just in time and I'm out. 55. At £50, 55 now. At £50 then, all finished and selling on the internet at £50. £50, and that's bar number 2921. Lot number 1765 is the 1970s Park Fuzz Sound guitar pedal. Probably one of the highlights of the pedal section. Always very popular, these. This is the 2-knob version, and we have bids going away on the internet, and we're up to £800 currently. 820 do we see? At £800, you'll see 820, 820, 850, 880. At 850, do we see 880 now? At £850, we'll see 880, 880, 900, 920, 950, 950, 980, 1,000. At £1,000 and 50, 1,100, 1,150, 1,200, 1,250, 1,300, 1,350 now. At £1,300, do we see 1,350 elsewhere? At 1,350, 1,400, 1,450. At £1,400, 1,450, 1,450, 1,500. At £1,500, 1,550 do we see? At £1,500, I wonder how many people chucked one of these out back in the day. At £1,500, do I see 1,550 elsewhere? At £1,500, are we all finished all short? 1,550, 1,600, 1,600, 1,650, 1,700. At 1,700, 1,750. At £1,700, do I see 1,750 now? At £1,700, do I see 1,750 elsewhere? At £1,700 then, are we all finished all short? At £1,700, hammer going down, all done at £1,700, all finished. 1,700, bar number 2242. Lot number 1766 is a 1970s Carlsbro chorus guitar pedal. There we go, at to go with the compressor as well, the Aria compressor. 2 in the lot then. And at 85, 90, 95, 100 do we see? At £95 to see 100 now. At £95 to see 100 now. At £95. Are we all finished all sure then? At £95, 100 for one more. At £95. 1767 is the Peterson Strobo Stomp mini guitar pedal. There we go. I've got bids at £60 on the internet. 70 at 65 do we see? At £60, 65 now. At £60, I'll see 65. At £60. Hammer's going down at £60 and all finished all sure at £60. £60 to 2148. Lot number 1768 is the Boss FS6 dual foot switch. There we go. At £35, 40, 45, 45, 50. At 50, 55. At £50 I have on commission. 55 do we see? At £50 commission bid, 55 now. At £50, 55, 60, 65. At £60 bid, 65 now. At £60 bid, 65 do we see? At £60 then, all finished all sure at £60 with my bar against you all done at £60. £60, 2507. Lot 1769 is the Fishman Tone Deck guitar pedal. There we go in the little case there. And at £45, 50, 55, 60 do we see? 60, 65. At £60, 65 now. At 65, 70, 75. At £70 holding 75 now. At £70, 75 do we see? At £70 then holding in the room 75 do we see elsewhere? 5, 80, 80, 85. At £80 bid 85 now. At £80 to see 85. Room bid holding at £80, 5 for one more. At £80 then, all finished all sure at £80. £80, and that's bar number 379. Thank you, sir. 1770 is a 1970 Rowe Industries Diamond 610 expression pedal. I think we've got a run of 4 of these coming up, all from the same source. And at £60 to see 65. At £60, 65 now. At £60, 5, 70. at £65, we'll see 70 now, at £65, 70, at 65, 70, 70, 75, at £70, holding 75, do we see, at £70, all finished, all done at 70, £70, buyer number 2010. Lot 1771 is the Vintage Row Industries Diamond 610 Expression pedal. There we go, at £35, 40 do we see, at £35 we'll see 40, at £35 we'll see 40 if you like, at £35, 40, 45, at £40, 45 now, at £40. Hammer's going down at £40, all finished, all done at £40, £40, 2803. Lot 1772 is the next one there, same again, at £25, 30 do we see, at £25 we'll see 30, at £25, 30 if you like, at £25 then, 30 for one more, at £25 then, all finished, all sure, all done, at £25. 1773 is the last of the Row Industries 610 Expression pedals, at £25 on this one, opening up, 30 do we see, at £25 I see 30, 30, 35, at £30 bid, 35 now, at £30 bid, 35 do we see, at £30 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £30, £30, and that's buyer number 2077. Lot number 1774 is a Zoom G3X multi-effects guitar pedal in the box, at £50 with bids, 55 do we see, at £50, 55 now, at £50 then, all finished, all sure, 55, 60, at £55 we'll see 60, at £55. 55, buyer number 2014. Lot number 1775 is the Line 6 Pod XT live guitar pedal. There we go. And at £40 bid, 45, 50, 55, 60. At £55 we'll see 60 now. At £55. Hammer's going down at £55 and all finished, all sure at 55. 55, and that's buyer number 2014. Lot number 1776 is the Zoom A3 modelling guitar pedal at £45 with bids, 50 do we see, at £45, 50 do we see for one more, at £45, 50, 55, at £50 bid, 55 now, at £50 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £50, £50, 2803. Lot number 1777 is the Korg Toneworks AX10A multi-effects guitar pedal at £40 bid, 45, 50, at £45, 50, 55, at £55, 60, at £55 I'll see 60, at £55, 60, 65, at 65, 70, £65 I'll see 70 now, at £65 I'll see 70 elsewhere, at £65 and all finished, all sure at £65, 70, 75. At £70 bid, 75 do we see, at £70 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £70, £70, buyer number 2080. Lot number 1778 is the Zoom RFX 2000 digital reverb multi-effects rack unit with the Charlie Hall's Echoes from the Past patches. There we go, £45, 50 do we see, at £45 we'll see 50, at £45 we'll see 50 if you like. At £45 then, are we all finished, all short at £45, no further interest at £50, 45. Lot number 1779 is the Boss NS2 noise suppressor guitar pedal. I can start this straight away with bids at £25 on the internet, 30 do we see. At £25 on the internet, 30, 35. At 30 it's a room bid holding, 35 if you want on the internet against. At £30, 35 do we see. Are we all finished, all sure then? At £30, 5. 40 sir, thank you, £35 we'll see 40 at £35. Are we all finished? Last chance, all done at £35, £35, 2609. Lot number 1780 is the Palmer Roots Effect solid metal guitar pedal at £25 we'll see 30, at £25 we'll see 30 elsewhere, at £25 I have here on the internet, 30 do we see, at £25, 25, buyer number 2474. Lot 1781 is the two Line 6 Tone Core Space Chorus guitar pedals. There we go, at £35 we'll see 40, at £35 for the two there, 40 do we see, at £35, 40 bid, 45, at 40 do we see 45 now, at 40, and I will sell at £40. Make no mistakes, at £40 all finished at 40, £40, 2014. Lot 1782 is the Source Audio Soundblocks Multi-Wave Distortion Guitar Pedal at £30 with bid straight off, 35 do we see. At £30, 35, 40. At 35, gentlemen sat in the room, 40 do we see? At £35, 40, 45, 45, 50. At £45, we'll see 50 now. £45, 50 now. 50, 55. Thank you, sir. £50, we'll see 55 elsewhere. At £50, then all finished, all done at £50. 5, 60. At £55, we'll see 60. At £55. Are we all sure? The last chance, all done at £55. 55, buy number 2738. Lot number 1783 is the 1980s WEM Verispeed Watkins Copycat IC400 Belt Drive Tape Echo. There we go, a rare version of the Copycat there with the Verispeed. And at 260 we have with bids 280 do we see? At 260, 280, 300. At 280 do we see 300 now? At 280 do we see 300 if you like? At £280 then, we'll finish all sure at 280. 280, and that's buyer number 2130. Lot number 1784 is the Line 6 Tone Core Echo Park Delay Guitar Pedal. At £90 with bids, 95 do we see? At £90, 95 now. At £90, 95 elsewhere. At 95, 100. £95, 100 do we see? At £95 we'll see 100 now. At £95 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £95. 95 to 2014. 1785 is the Marshall Governor guitar pedal. There we go, 85, 90 do we see? At £85 we'll see 90. At £85, 90 elsewhere. At £85, 90 do we see? At £85 then all finished, all sure, all done at £85. 90, 95. At £90, 95, 95, 100. At £95 we'll see 100 now. At £95 we'll see 100 elsewhere. At £95 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £95. £95, 95 to 2474. Lot number 1786 is the 3 Zoom multi-effects guitar pedals. There we go, £35 with bids, 40 do we see? At 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. At £65 we'll see 70 now, 70, 75. At 75, 80, 85, 90. At £85 we'll see 90 now. At £85 we'll see 90, 95, 100. At £95 we'll see 100 now. At £95. Hammer's going down at £95 and all finished, all sure at £95. 95 to buy number 2488. Lot number 1787 is the Proco Rap 2 guitar pedal at £55. 60 do we see? At £55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. At £75 we'll see 80 now. At 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. At 90 do we see 95 elsewhere. At £90. Hammer going down at £90 and all finished, all sure at £90. £90, and that's bar number 2853. Lot number 1788 is the Nobel's Pre-1 preamp booster guitar pedal. There we go, £35, 40 do we see? At £35, 40, 45. At £40 bid, 45 do we see? At 45, 50, 50, 55. At 50 do we see 55 now? At 50 do we see 55 elsewhere? 55, 60, thank you sir, £55 bid then, 60 do we see elsewhere? At £55 and all finished, all short at £55. 55, buyer number 2875. Lot number 1789 is a Nobel's FUZ Fuzz guitar pedal. At £30, 35 do we see? At 30 do we see 35, 40. At 35 is a room bid, 40 do we see? At 35 room bid, 40 now. At £35 holding, 40, 45, 45, 50. At £45 I see 50. At 50, 55. 55, 60. At £55 I see 60, 60, 65. Thank you sir, £60 bid, 65 do we see? At £60. Hammer's going down at £60 then. All finished, all sure at £60. £60, buyer number 2474. Lot number 1790 is a Seymour Duncan Tweak Fuzz guitar pedal. At £40 bid, 45 now. At £40 I see 45. At £40, 45 elsewhere. At £40 then all finished, all done at £40. £40, buyer number 2612. Lot number 1791 is the Vox Joe Satriani Saturator guitar pedal in the box there. At £30, 35, 40. At £35 bid, 40 now. At £35. Hammer going down at £35, all finished, all done at 35, 40, 45. At £40 bid, 45, 45, 50. At £45 we'll see 50. At £45, 50 elsewhere. At £45, all finished, all short, done at £45. 45. 45 to buy number 2474. Lot number 1792 is a 1980s Boss BF2 flanger guitar pedal. There we go, at £45.50 do we see? At £45 we'll see 50, 50, 55. At 50, gentlemen seated in the room holding, and it will sell. 55 do we see elsewhere? 5, 60 sir, 60, 65, 65, 70, 70, 75. At 70 holding, 75 do we see? At £70 then, 75 elsewhere. At £70 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £70. 5, 80. Thank you sir. At £75 I see 80 elsewhere. At £75 then, all finished, all done at 75. 75 to 2945. Lot number 1793 is a Boss BC9 bi-mode chorus guitar pedal. Ibanez there, the BC9, and it's £55.60 do we see? At 60, 65. At 60, 65 do we see if we want on the internet? 65, 70, 70, 75. At 70 holding in the room, 75 if you want it on the internet. At £70 then, 75, 80, 85. At £80 bid, 85 do we see? At £80, 85, 90. Thank you sir. £85, 90 elsewhere. At £85 then, all finished, all sure at £85. 85. £85, and that's to buy number 2077. Lot 1794 is the Boss SD2 dual drive guitar pedal. There we go. I've got bids to be away at £55 on commission, 60 do we see? At £55 commission, 60, 60 I'm out, the bids in the room, 65 now. At 60 do we see? 65. At £60, 65 do we see? 65, 65, 70 sir? 70, 75. At 70 do we see? 75 now. At £70 to see? 75. At £70 then, selling in the room, all done at £70. Last chance, all done at 70. £70, 379, thank you sir. Lot 1795 is the Boss GE7B bass equalizer guitar pedal. At £20 with bids, 25 do we see? At 20, 25, 30. At £25, 30 now, £25, 30 do we see? At £25. Holding then, in the room, and selling at £25, make no mistake, selling bid all done at £25. 25, same buyer, 379. Lot 1796 is the Boss CS3 compression sustainer guitar pedal. At £45.50 do we see? At 45, 50, 55. I'm out, the bids online at 55, 60 do we see? 65, 70. At £65.70 do we see? At £65. Hammer going down at £65, all finished, all short at £65. 65. 65, and that goes to buyer number 2474. Lot number 1797 is the Proco Turbo Wrapped guitar pedal. At £55.60 now. At £55 so see 60. At £55 60 do we see? At £55 then, 60, 60, 65. I have 60 in the room bid, 65 do we see? At £60 room bid, 65, 70 sir? 70, 75. At 70, 75 now. At £70 room bid holding, 75 do we see? At £70 then, all finished, all done at £70, selling in the room, all done at £70. £70, 379, thank you sir. Lot number 1798 is the Boss Legend Series Deluxe Reverb guitar pedal. I can start this away with bids at £65, 70 do we see? At 65, 70, 75, 80 sir? 80, 80, £80, I am out. The bids in the room, 85 do we see? At £80, bids in the room holding, 85 do we see if you want it on the internet? At £80 then, selling in the room, all done at £80. £80, and that's buyer 379. 1799 is the Damage Control Solid Metal Pure Class A Distortion guitar pedal. There we go with the box. At £45.50 do we see? At 45, 50, 50, 55. Room bid holding at 50 and it will sell. 55 do we see? At £50. 5, 60, 65. At £60 holding, 65 if you like. At £60, it's holding in the room, 65 elsewhere. And I'm going to sell then at £60, all finished, all done at £60. £60, 379. And 1800 is my last lot before we change auctioneers. The Line 6 Tone Core Crunch Overdrive guitar pedal. We've got the Uber Metal as well, the two in the lot there, one with the box. And at £60 we're bid straight in, 65 do we see? At £60 now, 65 do we see elsewhere? 5, 70. At £65, 70 now. At £65, 70 now elsewhere. At £65. Selling to the GH Live platform then at 65. It is a selling bid at 65. All done. 65, 2077. Thank you very much for your attention, ladies and gents. That is me done for auctioneering for this sale. We will of course be back in September with our next guitar auction, so from the 9th onwards, and if you have anything to sell, please get in touch. The deadline for entries is the 1st of August, so it soon races around. But yeah, thanks for your attention, and I will pass you over to my fellow auctioneer, David Hare.
Hey, ladies and gents. Thank you, mate. Moving on to lot 1801 is the 1970s Solar Sound Colour Sound Super Wah Fuzz Swell Guitar Pedal. As you can see there, I can come straight in on GH Live at £120, I see 130. £120, great lot there, 130, 140, do I see 150? You come back in there, GH, at 140. £140, 150, 160, do I see 170? At 160, 170, 180, we're at £180 now. You coming back in there, GH, at 190. £180 on the GH Live, do I see 190? I do 190. You coming back in there for 200? At 190, do I see 200? Are we all done here? £190. You coming back in, it's just a click at 190. 190 to 2853. Lot 1802 is the Charlie's Stringers Snarling Dogs Mold Sport guitar pedal box there. As you can see, got a bid straight in at GH Live at 110. Do I see 120? £110. I see 120. Anywhere in the room at 110? Do I see 120? 120 in the room. 120, 130, 140. Thank you very much. At 130 on GH Live, do I see 140 coming in here else? Are we all done here at 130? Are we all done? 130 to 2218. Moving on to lot 1803 is the Electro Harmonix Flanger Hoax Flanging Phaser Modulator Guitar Pedal. These are very hard to pronounce. I can come straight in with a bid that is now out on the books. I can come straight in at £100 on GH Live, £100, so I see 110. £100, I see 110. It's an Australia bid there, £100, so I see 110. £100, are we all done here? £100, selling bid. £100 to 2205. 1804 is the Boss GP20, the processor guitar unit, pedal unit there, sorry. It's boxed. I can come straight in at £40 with a bid on the book. At £40, I see 45. 45, 50 with me. £50 with me on the book. Do I see 55 coming anywhere else? At £50 on the book with my buyer. Do I see any other movement? At £55. £50 with me. Do I see 55? Are we all done here? My buyer, £50, 302. Lot 1805 is the Boss Drive Zone, the OD20 there, the distortion guitar pedal. It's boxed, as you can see. I can come straight in at £60 on the book. Do I see 65? It's a selling bid, make no mistake, 65. You are in, I am out. Bid on the book is out. We are in the room at 65. Do I see 70? At £65, do I see 70 coming anywhere else, anywhere online? At £65, are we all done here to the bidder in the room at £65? £65 to 379. Thank you, sir. 1806 is the Electro Harmonix, the metal muff with the top boost guitar pedal there. I can come straight in with a bid on the book. My bid on the book at £45, so I see 50. At £45, 50. You are in, I am now out. 55. At £55, I see 60. At £55 on the web, on GH Live. At £55, do I see 60? My bid on the book is out. At £55, do I see 60 coming in or else? At £55. Thank you very much. 55 to 2474. 1807 is the Dane Electro, the Summer of Love collection. As you can see there, is well illustrated. I can come straight in with a bid on the book at 40. My bid on the book is now out. So I'm on GH Live at £65, so I see 70. At £65, my bid on the book is out. Do I see 70? I do 70, 75. You come back in there, GH. It's a bid on GH Live at £70, so I see 75. At £70 there for the Dane Electro. At £70, I see 75. At £70 to 2875. Just swap in Clark's, I'll let them swap. 1808 is the Electro Harmonix, the Knockout Attack Equalizer guitar pedal. It is boxed. I can come straight in with a bid on the book with my buyer at £35, so I see 40. At £35, I see 40. At £35, my bidder on the book at £35, I see 40 for a click. At 35, are we all done here for the Electro Harmonix? All done. 35 to 302. 1809 is the Electro Harmonics, the Octave, the multiplexer there. As you can see, it's box as well, illustrated, and comes straight in with a bid on the book. My buy again at £35, I see 40. At 35, I see 40.
Yeah. Skipped on.
Sorry, we've skipped on a lot. At £35, 40, sir, in the room?
Yeah.
£40 in the room. My bidder is out. Do I see 45? At £40 in the room. Do I see 45? Bidder at the back there. £40. Are we all done here at £40? Do I see 45? All done. £40 to 379. Thank you, sir. 1810 is the Electro Harmonics, the Holy Grail there, the reverb, guitar pedal as box as well. I can come straight in with a bid on the book and my buy at £50. I see 55. £50 on the book with my buy. I see 55. You coming in there for a click at £50. My buy at 55. You are in. I am now out. Bid on the book is out. It's on GH Live at £55 with the United Kingdom bid there. Do I see 60 at £55? Bid on GH Live. Do I see 60 at £55? Are we all done here online at £55? 55 to 2034. 1811 is the Boss, the SD1 there, the Super Overdrive guitar pedal box as well, illustrated, and comes straight in with a bid on the book at £35. So I see 40. At £35, I see 40. £35, 40, 45. My bid on the book is now out. We're at £45 on GH Live. Do I see 50? At £45 on GH Live. Do I see 50? Another click coming in there. They are £50. I see 55. You coming back in there? At £50, I see 55. At £50, do I see 55? Are we all done here at £50? All done. £50 to 2474. 1812 is the Charlie Stringers Snarling Dogs, the SDP1 there. It's a great lot there and comes straight in at 25. Do I see 30? At 25, 30 in the room. Thank you very much. Do I see 35? At £30 back of the room. Do I see 35? 35, 40? There are 40 or 40 in the room. That's in the room bid. £40. I see 45. £40 in the room. Do I see 45? You coming in 45, 50? Thank you very much. At £45 on GH Live. Do I see 50? At £45, are we all done here at £45? Do I see 50 coming in here else at £45? £45 to 3101. 1813 is the Charlie Stringer Snarling Dogs, the SDP1, the Black Dog guitar pedal, and comes straight in. Is that okay? At £30 on GH Live. It's a selling bid. 35 in the room. Thank you. At 35 in the room. Do I see 40? At £35 in the room. Do I see 40? At £35 in the room. Do I see 40? 40, 45, 45, 50. 45 in the room. Do I see 50? At £45 in the room. Do I see 50? 50, 55. Thank you very much. At £50 on the web, on the GH Live there. At £50, are we all done here? Click coming anywhere else. At £50, are we all done? At £50, £50 to 2077. 1814 is the Ibanez, the TS9DX, the Tube Screamer. I can come straight in with a bid on GH Live at £85. So I see 90. At £85, I see 90. It's box there. It's a great lot. £85, I see 90. £85, 90, 95. At £90 on the GH Live, you come back in. You are 95. Do I see 100? At 95, 100, 110. At £100 on GH Live. Are we all done here? At £100 for the Ibanez. Are we all done at £100? That's a bit late on the hammer there. Open it back up at 110. Do I see 120? £110. I see 120. You coming back in there? The bidding is now reopened. A late bid on the hammer. Do I see 120 at 110? Are you coming back in? Do I see 120 or 110? I do 120, 130. You coming back in at 120 on GH Live? Do I see 130? At 120, do I see 130? Are we all done here at £120? Are we all done? 120 to 2811. 1815 is the line 6, the FM4, the filter modulator there. I can come in at 55. Do I see 60? At £55 for the modulator there. Do I see 60? At £55, 60. Thank you very much. It's a selling bid. Make no mistake. 65, 70, 75, 75, 80, 80, 85. At £80 on the GH. 85, 90, 85. Do I see 90? 90, 95, 90, 95, 95, 100. At £95 on the GH Live. Do I see 100? At £95, are we all done here? £95 for the line 6. At £95, are we all done? £95 to 2014. 1816 is another line 6, the DL4 this time though. It's a modular guitar pedal. I can come straight in on GH Live at £75. Do I see 80, 80, £80? Do I see 85, 85 I do on the saleroom? Do I see 90, £85 on the saleroom? 90, 95. Do I see 100, 95, 100 I do, 100, 110. Thank you for your bids at £100 on saleroom.com. Do I see 110? Are we all done here for the line 6, the DL4 here at £100? We see 110 coming in our house. GH, you're coming back in at 110. Do I see 110 at £100? Do I see 110? Thank you very much. 100 to 8022. 1817 is the Morpheus, the Bomber, the polyphonic pitch shifted guitar pedal. It's boxed as illustrated. I can come straight in on Easy Live at £60. So I see 65, 65, 70. Do I see 75 at 70, 75, 80, 80? Do I see 85? £80, do I see 85? At 85, 90, 90, 95. Do I see 95? At £90, so United Kingdom bid there for the Morpheus. At £90, I see 95 coming near house. At £90, are we all done here at £90? £90 to 2218. 1818 is the Morley George, the Lynch Dragon Wah, the limited edition pedal there. It's got the original packaging, as you can see, and comes straight in on GH Live at £30. I see 35, 35, 40, 40, 45, 50, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Do I see 75? £70 holding on GH Live. Do I see 75? 75, 80. At £80, do I see 85? At £80, do I see 85 coming near our house for the Morley George there? £80, I see 85. Are we all done here? £80 to 2218. 1819 is the Boss there, the XT2, the extortion guitar pedal. I can come straight in with a bid on the book, my bid on the book at £60. Do I see 65? At £60 with my bidder on the book, do I see 65? At £60 with my bidder on the book, 65. You are in, I am now out. Bid on the book is out. We are holding on £65 on GH Live. Do I see 70? At £65 on GH Live. Are we all done here? My bid on the book is out. 70, 75. I've got £70 on GH Live. Do I see 75? At £70 on GH Live. Are we all done here at £70? £70 to 2474. 1820 is the Boss, the ML2, the metal core guitar pedal unit there, boxed. I can come straight in with a bid on the book at £50. My bid on the book at £50. So I see 55. At £50 on the book with my buyer at £50, 55. You are in. I am now out. The bid is now on GH Live at 55. Do I see 60? At £55 on GH Live. Do I see 60? At £55 on GH Live. Do I see 60? Any movement? At £55, are we all done here? Selling bid. GH Live 60. There you are. 60. Do I see 65? You coming back in for a bid there at £60? Do I see 65? At £60. Do I see 65 for the Boss ML2? I do. 65, 70. At 65, do I see 70? At £65, are we all done here? At £65, all done. 65 to 2034. 1821 is the HM3, the hypermetal guitar pedal there. As you can see, it's boxed. I got a bid on the book at £45 with me. Do I see 50? 50, 55. I am now out. Bid on the book is out. It is now holding on easylive.com at £55. I see 60. At £55, I see 60. At £55, are we all done here? My bid on the book is out. 55, 60. Do I see 65? At £60, I see 65. At £60, do I see 65 coming in near our house? At £60 for the Boss there. All done here at £60. £60 to 2034. 1822 is the Electro Harmonics, the Holy Stain multi-effects guitar pedal. It's boxed. I can come straight in at £50 with a bidder on my book. Do I see 55? 55, 60, 65, 65, 70, 75, £70, £75 in the room. You are holding, sir. My bid on the book at £70 is out. It's now holding the room at 75. Do I see 80? At £75, do I see 80? It's holding to the bidder in the back. At £75, do I see 80 coming in else? Are we all done here at £75 for the Holy Stain at 75? 75, that 379. Thank you very much, sir. 1823 is the Source Audio, the sound blocks, the Tri-Mod phaser guitar pedal. It's boxed. I can start this away at £18. I see 20. At £18, I see 20. At 20, 25. At 25, do I see 30? At 25, 30, do I see 35? A lot of eager bidders there. At 30, 35, do I see 40? At £35, we're holding on Easy Live 40. 45, do I see 50? Got a classic bidding war here. At £45, everybody wants it. At £45, do we see 50? You coming back in there, Easy Live? Don't miss it for a bid. At £45, holding on the GH Live. Do I see 50 coming in your house? At £45, all done here. 45 to 2738. 1824, moving on, is the Source Audio, the sound blocks, the Tri-Mod flanger guitar pedal. box as well. I can start as £18, I see 20. At £18 there for the source audio, 20, 25, do I see 30? I do 30, 35, 35, 40, 40, 45, 45, 50. £50 we're holding on easylive.com. You come back in GH, you are 55, 60, 60, 65. At £60 on easylive.com, GH, you're coming back in, don't miss it for a bid. At £60 on easylive.com, 60, 65, 70, 65. Do I see 70 for the sound block? I do. 70, 75. At £70, do I see 75? Are we all done here on easylive.com at £70? Do I see 75? £70 to 10066. 1825 is the Marshall, the EH1 there, the Echo Head delay guitar pedal there. That you can see there's 4 in the lot. It's a good image. I can come straight in on GH Live at £70. So I see 75 there. For the 4 Marshalls, do I see 75? At £70, I do. 75, 80, £75. For the Marshalls there at £75, I see 80, 80, I do. 80, 85, 85, 90. You coming back in there? Don't miss it. £85. Do I see 90 at £85? United Kingdom bid at £85. Are we all done here? 85. Do I see 90? Any coming anywhere else? 85. 85 to 2080. Moving on to 1826 is the Way Hughes, the electronics, the Swollen Pickle guitar pedal there. It's boxed. I can come straight in at £50. I see 55. At £50, I see 55. At 55 in the room, thank you very much. At 55 in the room is holding. It's a selling bid at £55. Anybody coming in is for 60. At £55, 60, 65, 65, 70. 65 in the room, we're holding the room at 65. You coming back in there at GH at £65 in the room. Are we all done here at 65? Do I see 70 coming in here else? Are we all done at 65? Thank you very much, sir. 65, 379. Thank you very much. Moving on to 1827 is the Electro Harmonics, the Big Muff with the Tone Wicker guitar pedal is boxed. I got a bid on the book at 40, 45. I am out, you are in on GH Live. My bid on the book is out, 45, 50 at £50, I see 55, 55 at 60, £55, I see 60. At £55 is holding on the GH Live, do I see 60? My bid is out at £55 on GH Live. It's a selling bid at £55. Are we all done here for the Big Muff? 55 to 2474. 1828 is the Electro Harmonics, the small clone there, the full chorus guitar pedal is boxed. I can come in with a bid on the book at £50, I see 55. Bid on the book at £50, I see 55. At £50 on the book, my buyer at £50, I see 55 coming near us. You coming back in there, GH, at £50. Are we all done here for the Electro Harmonics, the small clone at £50? My bidder on the book at £50, I see 55. £50, 302. Moving on to the 1829, which is the Fender Blender. The guitar pedal is boxed. I can come, my bid on the book is out. I can come straight in with GH Live interest at 120. Do I see 130? At 120 on GH Live, do I see 130? £120. It's a great lot there for the Fender Blender. It's £120. I see 130. My bid is out on the book at 120. Do I see 130? Are we all done here? £120. 120 to 2038. 1830 is the Electro Harmonics, the Worm guitar pedal. It's with its original wooden box. As you can see, I come straight in with interest on GH Live at £40. I see 45. At £40, I see 45, 45, 50. At £50, I see 50, 55. At £50, an Australia bid there. At 55, 60. Do I see 65? £60, I see 65. At £60, are we all done here for the Worm? At £60, it's going to Australia. At £60, I see 65 coming in your house. At £60. £60 to 2205. 1831 is the Digitech, the RP200, the artist modulating guitar presser. There's 2 in the lot, as you can see, and come straight in at £40 with a bid on the book at £40. So I see 45, 45, 50 with me, £50 on the book, 55. You are in, I am now out. The bid is now on GH Live. Do I see 60? At £55 on GH Live, do I see 60 coming in your house? At £55, are we all done here for the Digitech? The 2 in the lot there. At £55, do I see 60 coming in your house? At £55, are we all done? £55 to 2080. 1832 is the Vox Coolatron, the Snake Charmer there, the compressor pedal, and comes straight in at £30, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. At £45 there on the GH Live. At £45 we see 50. At £45 GH, you're coming back in there. At £45, are we all done here at £45 for the For the Vox there at 45, do I see 50 coming in or out? So we all done. 45 to 2474. 1833 is the Boss, the Legend Series there, the FBM1, the Bassman guitar pedal is boxed. I can come straight in with a lot of interest there on GH Live at 140. Do I see 150? At 140, do I see 150? £140 there. It's a great lot. At 140, a lot of interest. At 140, do I see 150? £140. It's United Kingdom bid at 140. Do I see 150 coming in here else? Are we all done here at 140? 140 to 2474. 1834 is the Boss, the MZ2, the digital metallizer guitar pedal. It's made in Japan. It's got the blue label on it. I come straight in at 40, 45. At £40 there, do I see 45? 45 I do I see 50? It's a selling bid, make no mistake. At £45 I see 50. At £45 I see 50 in the room, 50 in the room, 55, 60, 60, 65, 70. Thank you very much. At £65, it's holding on GH Live. At £65, there's a great lot there. At £65 for the Boss, do I see 70 coming near us? Are we all done here at £65? £65 to 2875. 1835 is the Boss, the HM2, the heavy metal guitar pedal there. It's got the black label. It's made in Japan and comes straight in with interest online on GH Live at £50. I see 55. At £50 there is a great lot for the Boss. At £50 I see 55. At £50 for the Boss I see 55. At £50 are we all done here? Any clicks coming in? At £50 are we all done? At £50 I see 55 coming in or else. At £50, £50 to 2474. 1836 is the Boss, the MZ2, the digital metallizer guitar pedal with the blue label there. I can come straight in at 45. Do I see 50? At £45 for this lot, 50. At £50 I see 55. 55 in the room, 60. At 55 in the room, do I see 60? At 55 in the room, 60, 65, sir. Thank you very much. £60. Hold on GH Live. It's a selling bid, make no mistake. It's £60 there for the Boss. At £60, are we all done here? 65 coming in your house at £60. £60 to 2077. 1837 is the Boss, the MT2, the Metal Zone guitar pedal there. Can come straight in with a bid on the book with my buyer at £45. I see 50. At £45 with my buyer, do I see 50? At £45 with my bidder on the book, do I see 50? At £45, are we all done? 50. 55 with me. 55 with my bidder on the book, do I see 60? You coming in? At £55 with my bidder on the book, do I see 60? At 55 with my buyer, do I see 60 coming in or out at 55? 55 to 302. 1838 is the Boss DS2, the turbo distortion guitar pedal there. It's boxed. I can come straight in away at 30. Okay, 40, 40, 45, 50, 55. My bid on the book is now out. I'm now looking for 60, 60, 65 at £60 for the Boss. At £60 is holding on the GH Live. Do I see £65? You coming back in for a click? At £60 I see 65. At £60 are we all done here on GH Live at £60 looking for 65. £60 to 2034. 1839 is the Boss, the PT2, the power driver guitar pedal there. It's boxed as well. I can come straight in with interest at £60 on the book. Do I see 65? At £60 with my bid on the book, 65. 70 with me. 70, 75, 80. At 75. 80, sorry, with me. 80 on the book. At 85. 85, you are in. I am now out. At 85, do I see 90? At 85, my bid on the book is now out. It's hold on GH Live at £85. Do I see any more interest? £85. Are we all done? Looking for 90. At £85, all done. 85 to 2875. 1840 is the Boss, the MD2, the Mega Distortion guitar pedal there. It's boxed. I can come straight in away with a bid on the book at £30. So I see 35 at £30 on the book with my bidder at 35. Do I see 35 at £30? 35. 40 with me. 45, sir. Thank you very much. At £40 on the book with my buy at £40. Do I see £45? 45. You are in. I am now out. Looking for 50. At £45 sold on GH Live. Do I see 50? At £45, so I see 50 coming in around 50, 55. At £50 on GH Live, do I see 55? At £50 on GH Live, do I see 55 coming in around? At £50, are we all done here for the Boss? £50 to 2474. Moving on to 1841 is the Boss BD2, the blues driver there, guitar pedal boxed. I can come straight in. My bid on the book is now out. I can come straight in on GH Live at £55. At £55, do I see 60? 60. £60, 65, 65. At £65 on GH Live. At £65, do I see 70? 65, 70. At £70, that was on the sale room first. 75, do I see 80? £75, 80. At £80 on GH Live. 80, 85, 85, 90. 90 on the sale room. At 90 on the sale room, do I see 95? At 90 on the sale room. 90 on the sale room. 95, 95, 100, 100, 110. 100 on the saleroom.com, they're holding. GH, you're coming back, you are 110, 120, 120, 130, 130, 140, at 130, 120, sorry, on the sale room. Come on the sale room first. Do I see 130 on GH Live? At 120 on saleroom.com, you're coming back in there, GH at 130, at 120 on the saleroom.com. Do I see 130? Are we all done here? £120 on the saleroom.com. Are we all done? 130. Do I see 140? At 130 on GH Live, do I see 140, 140, 140, 150? At 140 on the saleroom.com, do I see 150? At 140 on the saleroom.com, do I see 150? Are you coming back in there, GH, at 140? Are we seeing 150? At 140 on the saleroom, it's a selling bid at 140 for the boss.
Bid. Sorry, mate. 150.
A bid late on the hammer there. At 150, saleroom, you coming back in for 160? At 150 on GH Live, get the bids in quick. At 150, 160, you coming back in there, sale room. At £150, we're holding on GH Live. 160, you coming back in. Are we all done here? At £150 on GH Live. 150 to 2474. 1842 is the Ibanez, the MSL, the Metal Screamer guitar pedal with the TS9 box. I can come straight in away on GH Live at £65, do I see 70? At £65, do I see 70? At £65 for the great lot there, the Ibanez, the MSL. At £65, do I see 70 coming in your house? At £65, are we all done here? We're not at 70. Do I see 75? 75, 80. At 75, do I see 80? You come back in there. At £75, it's still below estimate. It's a good lot there. At £75, it's a selling bid. At £75, are we all done here at 75? Looking for 80? 75 to 2474. 1843 is the Electro Harmonics, the Big Muff, the Distortion, the Sustainer guitar pedal there, made in Russia with the original wooden box. As illustrated, and come, there's a lot of interest on this and come straight in. GH Live at 110, do I see 120? £110, I see 120. £110, I see 120 coming anywhere else. Are we all done here? 120, 130 on GH Live. Sarah, you coming back in for 140? £130 on GH Live. It's a United Kingdom bid there. Sarah, you coming back in for 140? Are we all done at 130 here? 140, 150, we're at 150. Do I see 160? At 150, do I see 160? Do we see 160? We're sat here at 150. Sale room, as you can see, you're hovering at £150. Are we all done here? Do I see 160? At £150, are we all done? 150 to 2474. 1844 is the Electro Harmonics, a double muff guitar pedal there with the original wooden box as well. And come straight in on GH Live at £30. I see 35. At £30, I see 35. 35 in the room, 40, 45. 45 in the room, holding. 45, 50, 55, 55, 60, 60, 65. Thank you very much. At £60, we're holding on GH Live there. Do I see £65? At £60 on GH Live, do I see 65 coming in your house? At £60, are we all done here at £60? £60. Same there, 2474. 1845 is the Boss, the DN2, the Dyna Drive guitar pedal there is box. I can come in at £20, I see 25. At £20 there for the Boss, I see 25, 25, 30, sorry sir, 30, 30 in the room, do I see 35, 40, 45, 45 in the room, do I see 50, 45 in the room, 50, 55, thank you very much. At £55 on GH Live, do I see 60? At £55 there, it's had a lot of interest. At £55, do I see 60 coming in your house? At £55, are we all done here? Do I see 60 at £55? Same, 203455. 1846 is the Digitex, the X Series, the Metal Master, the heavy metal distortion guitar pedal. There's two in the lot there, as you can see. I can come straight in at 20, 25. At £20, I see 25. At £20 there for the 225, do I see 30? £25 on GH is a selling bid, make no mistake. At £25, I see 30. At £25 for the two in the lot there. At £25, do I see 30 coming anywhere else? At £25, we're all done here. At £25, I see 30. £25, 2077. 1847 is the DOD, the FX58, the Metal Maniac guitar pedal there. It's boxed with the others in the lot. I can come in with a bid on the book at £45 with a bid on the book. Do I see 50? At £45, do I see 50? £45 with my bidder on the book at £45. Do I see 50 coming in your house at £45? Are we all done here for this great lot of £45? Are we all done? 45 to 302. 1848 is the 3 DOD, the guitar pedals there. As you can see, they're all missing their battery covers, as noted. I can come straight in away with GH Live interest at 55. Do I see 60? At £55 with the 3 in the lot there, do I see 60? At £55, do I see 60? So United Kingdom bid there at £55. Do we see 60 coming in your house? At £55, are we all done here on this lot at 55? 55 to 2459. Moving on to 1849 is the Morpheus, the Bomber Polyphonic, the pitch shifter guitar pedal there. I can come straight in at £60 on GH Live. Do I see 65? At 65, 65, 70, 70. Do I see 75? At £70, do I see 75 coming anywhere else? 75, I do 80, 80, 85. £80, do I see 85 coming anywhere else? At £80, are we all done here? 85, 90, 90, 95. At £90, do I see 95? At £90, do I see 95 is boxed there at £90? I see 95. Are we all done at £90? £90 to 2218. My last lot of today, 1850 is the Line 6, the AM4, the amp, the modular guitar pedal there, and come straight in away on GH Live at £30. I see 35. At £30, I see 35, 35, 35, 40. £40, I see 45. At £40, I see 45. The selling bid, 40, 45, 50, 50, 55. Do I see 55? Sorry, do I see 55? I've got 50 on GH Live. Do I see 55? Are we all done here? The Line 6 at £50. I see 55 coming in your house at £50. £50. Right, I am done. My colleague Joby Hobbs will be ascending the rostrum. That's everything.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll carry it straight on, ladies and gents. Seamlessly changed over auctioneers. 1851, the T-Rex Comp Nova dynamic compressor guitar pedal. There we go with this box and 20, 25, 30. We're up to 30, 35. GH Live holding then at £30 and 5 elsewhere at GH Live at £30. 35, 35, 40 at 35, 40. GH Live then at 35 with a couple of bidders at £35. All done at £35, all short at 35. 35, 40, 40, 45. Bidder just on the hammer, lot still open. At £45 now, 50 at £45. All done at £45. Selling then at 45, 45, and that's 22474. 1852 is the DoD FX90 delay guitar pedal. 2 in the lots with the boxes. And we are bid at 40, 45, 50, 50, 55 with me at 50, 55. Do we see against the internet bidders then at £50 and 5? At 55 I'm out, bids on the saleroom.com at 55, 60. At £55 now, 60. Saleroom.com holding at £55, all done at 55. 55 to 8198. 1853 is the ProCat Brat Extreme Distortion guitar pedal with its box there. 55 and 60 do we see, 60, 65, at £60 now holding then, 65 do we see at 60, 65, at £60 now then and 5, at £60 all done then and selling at £60 and 5, 70, 70, 75, at £70 now still in the room then against that internet bid at £70 and 5, £70 in the room then selling, gentlemen seated at £70, £70, that's to 379, thank you. 1854 is the Electro Harmonix Nano LPB1 guitar pedal. 2 in the lot there with their boxes, and we are bid away at £20 and 5. Do we see 25 and 30? At 25, 30, 35, 35, 40. At £35 now, 40. 35 then seated in the room then at 35 and 40. Coming back, are you on the internet? You are 40, 45, thank you, 40, 45, do we see? GH Live then at £40, all done at £40, all short at 40, £40, that's 2077. 1855, Digitech Scott Ian Signature Black 13 guitar pedal. At 55 away, then 60 do we see? 55 and 60, 60, 65. At 60 coming in on the internet, then at 60 and 5 do we see at £60 and 5. GH Live then holding then at £60 and 5 do we see elsewhere at £60 now then, all done then and selling at £60, all done at 60, £60 to 2875. 1856 is the Digitech Dan Donegan, the weapon guitar pedal there. £20 we are bid, 25 do we see, £20, 25. Saleroom.com then at £20 and 5 do we see, at £20, 25, 30. At £25 now, 30 do we see, 30, 35. At £30 now, 35. Saleroom.com then at 35 do we see, at £30 and 5. Saleroom.com then at £30, all done at £30. 5 and 40, 35, GH Live 40, 40, 45. At £40 now, saleroom.com then at 40, 45 do we see, £40, all done at £40, £40 to 8092. 1857 are the two Digitech X Series guitar pedals. There we go, 40 with bids, 45, 45, 50, 50, 55, 55, room bid 55, 60. At £55 in the room bid against the internet then, 55, 60, 60 if you want to come back online. At 55 it's a bid in the room at 55 and 60. Selling then at £55, all done at £55, 55, and that is 253, thank you very much. 1858 is the Dan Electro Shift Daddy guitar pedal. Lots of interest at 75, we're up to online at 75, 80, 80, 85. At £80, 85, GH Live then at 80, Holden 80, 85 do we see. At £80 now then on GH Live at £80, selling then at £80, all done at £80, £80, that's the 2268. 1859 is the Shinai Companion WF8 Fuzz Wah pedal there. Bids going online at 80 and 5, 5 and 90. £85 we have then online, 95 we're now up to. 95 then, two bidders in on GH Live at 95, 100, 110, 110, 120. At 110 then 120, still bidding then at 130, we're up to 140. At 130 then 140, 140, 150, 150, 160. At 150, 160, GH Live at 150, 160 do we see. At £150 now on GH Live then at 150, 160, 160, 170. At 160, 170 on GH Live then at £160, we all done then at £160, 160, 3101. 1860 is the Line 6 DM4 distortion modular guitar pedal. Bids at 35, 40 do I see. At £35 now 40. At £35 now 40 do we see. At 35, 40 I'm out. Bids online at 40, 45. At £40 now 45. At £40. GH Live then at £40, 5.50. At £45 now 50 do we see. At £45. GH Live then at 45 and 50, 50, 55. £50 now 55, 5, 60. £55 now 60 do we see. GH Live £55, all done at £55. Selling then at 55, 55, 2, 3, 44. 1861, Electro Harmonix Holy Grail guitar pedal with its box there. Bids at 65, do we see it? £60, 65, 5, 70, 70, 75. That's £70, 75, still going now with bids up to £90, 95. At 95, 100, we're up to 110. At £100, 110, 120, 120, 130. At 120, then 130. At 120. GH Live at 120, all done at 120. 120, and that's to 2205. 1862 is the Crank Shaft Distortion Guitar Pedal box there. Bids at 35, do we see? £30, 35. At £30, 35, 35, 40. Room bid at 35, 40 if you'd like to come back. At £35, 40, 45, 45, 50. At 45, 50. Room bid still holding at £45 now 50. At £45. Selling in the room then at £45, 50 just in time, and 5. Thank you, sir. 50 then. Online holding then at £50 and 5. Do we see GH Live at 50? Selling then to the GH Live bidder then at £50, all done at £50. £50 to 2474. 1863 is the Ibanez MS10 metal charger guitar pedal. Bids at 35, 40. At 35 holding then on GH Live then at 35 and 40. Do we see 40, 45, 45, 50. Room bid at 45, 50. Do we see? Room bid at 45, 50. Want to come back? You do. 50, 55. Thank you, sir. 50 then on GH Live. £50, 55. At £50 at GH Live with a bid at £50. All done then at £50, all short. 50, 5, 60. 55, new bidder then coming in at 55, 60. Do we see? 55 and 60 at £55. All done at £55, all done at 55. 55, 2474. 1864 is the black metal guitar pedal, the Egnator there, with the box there, at 40 away and 5 do we see at 40, 45, 45, thank you, room bid at 45, 50 do we see at 45, 50, 55, 55, 60, at 55, 60, 60, 65, thank you, 60 on GH Live, at £60 now, 65, holding then on GH Live then at £60 and 5, coming in are you at £65, £60 then we'll sell at £60 or sure, £60, 2077. 1865 is the DoD FX69 grunge distortion guitar pedal, the 2 in the lot and boxed, and 30, 35 and 40, 40, 45, 45, I have 50, 55, 55, I'm out, bids in the room, 60 online now, 65, thank you, 60 on GH Live, at £60 now, 65, GH Live then holding at 60 and 5 do we see at £60, all done then and selling at £60 or sure at £60, £60, 2875. 1866 is the DoD FX32 meat box guitar pedal there, with the box there, at 65 and 70 do we see at £65 now, 70. At £65 now, 70 do we see at 65, 70 at £65. We all done then, 70, 75, 2 bidders there, 75 we now have. 75 then at 80, at £75 now, 80 do we see, GH Live then holding then at £75, 80 at 75, all done then at £75, 75, that's the 2875. 1867 is the DoD FX13 modular guitar pedal there, bids going at 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, at £55 now, 60 going online, I'm now out, bids online at 60 holding, GH Live at 65 do we see, at £60 now, 65, 5, 70, 65 then holding on the GH Live platform then at 65 and 70 do we see, at £65 now, 70, 65 all done on GH Live then 70, 75, 2 bidders coming in then at the same time, then at 75 we now have 75 and 80, at 75 now, 80, at 75, all done then at 75, 80, 80, 85, at £80, 85, GH Live then 80, 85, all done then and selling at £80, 5, 90, 85, 90 do we see, £85, 90, all done then, 90, 95, at £90, 95, GH Live, £90, all done then, selling this time are we at £90, £90, that's 22878. 1868 DoD FX17 wah volume control pedal, £40 straight in with bids, 5 do we see, £40, 45 at £40, GH Live then at £40 and 5, £40 now then, 5 do we see, GH Live then at 40, all short 40, £40, 3090. 1869 DoD DFX94 digital delay sampler guitar pedal, 2 in the lot there, and this one away at 25 and 30 do we see, £25 now, 30, at £25 now, 30 for the 2 then, 25 and 30 do we see, at £25 now then, 30 at £25, 30 elsewhere then at £25, all done then at £25, all sure then at £25. Lot 1870 is the DoD FX84 milk box guitar pedal, the 2 in the lot, and we are bid at 40, 45, 50, 55 and 60, 65 and 70, at £65 now, 70 do we see, at 65 and 70. At £65 and 70, I'm now out now, the bid's online now at 70, 75, at £70, 75 do we see, GH Live then at 70 and 5, holding then on GH Live then at £70, we all done then at £70, £70, and that's to 2485. 1871 is the DoD FX52 classic fuzz guitar pedal, the 2 in the lot there, and we're bid away at 40, 45 and 50, holding now 50, 55, at £50 now, 55 do we see, at £50, 55, 55 I have 60, 65, at £60, 65, at £60 now with me against the internet then at 60, 65 do we see, at £60 now selling with me on commission then at £60, all done at £60, £60 to 302. 1872 is the DoD GFX75 Extreme Stereo Flanger Guitar pedal there, at 30, 35, we're bid then 35 and 40, at £35 now 40, do we see 35 and 40, at £35 now then 40, do we see 35, 40, at 35, holding with me then at 35, 40, 45, 50, 45 still with me on commission then, at 45 now 50, do we see 45 and 50, at 45 then still with me on commission then at £45 against the internet, all done then at 45, 45 to 302. 1873 is the DoD FX100 integrated tube even harmonic overdrive guitar pedal. Bids online, and we're up to 35 and 40, 45 and 50, 50, 55 at £50 now with me on commission then at 50, holding now 5 do we see at 5 and I'm out. Bids online then at 55 and 60. £55 now GH Live then at 55 and 60 do we see 55. GH Live then at £55 against me on commission then at £55. 55 to 2077. 1874 is the Boss DS1 distortion guitar pedal, 2 in the lot there. Bids away at 30, 35 and 40, 45 and 50 at £45 now, 50 with various interests then at 45 and 50, 55 and 60. I'm now out. Bids online holding then at 60, 65. At £60 now, GH Live then at 60, 65 at £60, 65. GH Live then at £60, all done then and selling at 60, £60, and that's to 2498. 1875, the Boss DF2 super feedbacker and distortion guitar pedal there. 80 straight in, 5 do we see, £80, 85 at £80 now on GH Live then at 80, 85 at £80 and 5 at £80, holding then at 80, 85, all done then and selling at £80 or short £80, £80, 2007. 1876 is the Boss PS2 digital pitch shifted delay guitar pedal. This time away at 50 and 5 and 60 do we see, 55 then and 60 at £55 now, 60 do we see at 55 and 60 elsewhere, at £55 now then and 60 at 55 and 60 do we see at 55, all done then at 55 or short 55, thank you. 1877 is the Moulin Fuzz 14 guitar pedal. With the box there, bids of 70 and 5 do we see at £70, 75 at £70 now, 75 do we see, GH Live then at 70 and 5 at £70 now, holding then on the GH Live platform then at £70 and 5 do we see £70, all done then selling at £70, all done at 70, £70, that's the 2701. 1878 is the Zoom UF01 Ultra Fuzz guitar pedal. Bids at 40 on GH Live then at 40, 45, 45 and 50 at £45, 50, 50, 55, £50, 55, 5, 60 at £55 now, 60 do we see, 60, 65 at £60, 65, GH Live then at 60 and 5, 5, 70 at £65 now, 70 do we see, GH Live then at £65, all done then at 65 and 70, 70, 75 at £70 now, 75 do we see, £70, GH Live then at 75, 80 at £75 now, 80 at £75, GH Live then at 75, all done at 75, 75 to 2077. 1879 is the Dun Electro Fab Tone guitar pedal, the 3 in the lot there. We are bid at 35 and 40, 45 and 50, 55. We're up to on GH Live now 60 do we see, 55 and 60. GH Live then at 55, 60 elsewhere at £55. GH Live then at £55, all done at 55, 55, 2080. 1880 is the Jim Dunlop original Crybaby wire guitar pedal there. 25, 30, 35, 40 up to £50, lots of interest on this one at 55, 60, 60, 65, 5, 70, 70, 75, 5, 80, 80, 85, 5, 90, £85 now, holding on GH Live then at 85 and 90 do we see at £85, GH Live then 95, £90, 95, GH Live at £90, holding then, selling then at £90, all done then at £90, £90, and that's to 2498. 1881 is the Digitech X Series Digiverb digital reverb guitar pedal, 2 in the lot there, boxed at £45 and 50, 55, £50 now, 55 do we see it, 50, 55 at £50 now, 5 do we see it, £50, 55 at £50 now, then 5 do we see at £50, all done and selling at £50, all short 560 at £55 now, 60 do we see at £55. On GH Live then at £55, all done at 55, 55 to 2332. 1882 is the Main Ace FX one-shot guitar pedal. At £20 and 5 do we see it, £20, 25, 25, 30, at £25 now it's in the room, then at £25 now and 30 do we see, at £25 now 30, in the room then at £25, all done then and selling at £25, 379. 1883 is the Toadworks Leo Junior guitar pedal, the 3 in the lot there, at 35 we're bid, then at 35 and 40 do we see, at £35 now 40, GH Live then at 35 and 40, at 35, 40 do we see, £35 now then, all done then at £35, all short 35, 35 to 474. 1884 is the Dunlop MXR micro amp guitar pedal. Interest on both bidding platforms, internet platforms, and we're up to £50 on the saleroom.com, then at 50, 55, at £50 now, 55, do we see it, £50, 55, on the saleroom.com, then at 50 and 5, do we see saleroom.com, then 5 on GH Live, then at 55 and 60, 60, 65, at £60 now, 65, do we see, at £60, saleroom.com, then at 60, all done then at 60, £60, that's 8022. 1885 is the Dunlop MXR Phase 90 M101 guitar pedal there. And we bid lots of bids. 65 we're up to, 70 do we see, at £65 now, 70, at 65 and 70 do we see, at 65, 70, at £65 now, 70 do we see, GH Live then at 65, 65, 3092. 1886, the Electro Harmonix Signal Pad passive guitar pedal there. The attenuator guitar pedal. 55 with interest. The 2 in the lot, 55, 60, £55, GH Live then at 55, 60 do we see, at £55, GH Live then at 55, all done at 55. 1887 is the F1 power supply pedal power unit, 3 in the lot then, and we're bid away at £10 now, 12 do we see, £10, 12, 12, 15, at £12 now, 15 do we see, GH Live then at £12, 15, at £12, £12 now on GH Live then at £12, all done then selling at £12, all done are we at £12, £12, 2080. 1888 is the Tech 21 XXL guitar pedal there. At 25 and 30 do we see, £25 now, 30 do we see, at 25, 30, at £25 now, 30 coming in for a bid then at £30, at £25, 30, thank you, room bid at 30, 35, at 30, 35, at £30, room bidder was in first, we want to come back on GH Live, at £30 now, 35, selling then at £30, in the room then at £30, all done at 30, £30, 379, thank you. 1889 is the Tech 21 XXL guitar pedal there. At 25 again, then 30 do we see, 25 and 30, at £25 now, 30 do we see, 25, 30, at £25 now, 30, at 25, 30, 35, at £30, 35, at £30, holding in the room then at 30, 35, who want to come back at GH Live, at £30, 35, all done at 30, all done then and selling at £30, £30, 379, thank you. 1890 is a Line 6 DL4 delay modular guitar pedal there. With the box there as catalogued and illustrated. At £25 away on this one then, 25 and 30, at £25 now, 30 do we see, at 25 and 30 coming in then at 30, 35, at £30 now then 35, GH Live holding then at £30 and 5, at £30 now then 35, at £30, all done at £30 on GH Live then at £30, all short at 30, £30, 3055. 1891's the Fret King Distortion guitar pedal there. The 2 in the lot there, bids at 20, 25, at 25 we're up to 30 now, bids coming in then at 30, 35, at £30, 35, GH Live then at 30, 35 do we see, 5, 40, at £35 now, 40 do we see, at £35, on GH Live then at £35, all done at 35, 35, and that's 2014. 1892 is the next bi-distortion guitar pedal there. At 25 and 30 and 35, do we see it? £30, 35, at £30 now, 35, do we see it? £30, 35, at £30, 35, at £30, all done at £30, all short at £30. There we go, thank you. 1893, 3 Yamaha guitar pedals, as catalogued, at 25 and 30, do we see it? £25 now and 30, at 25 and 30, do we see it? £25 and 30, all done at £25. Lot 1894 is the Line 6 Tone Core Auto Filter Auto Wire Guitar Pedal, 2 in the lot there at £30 and 5, 5, 40, 40, 45, at £40 now, 45, 45, 50, at £45 now, 50, GH Live then at 45 and 50, do we see? Excuse me, at £45. GH Live then at £45, all short 45, 50, 55, at £50, 55, GH Live at 50 and 5 at £50, all done at £50, all short 50, £50, 2957. 1895 is the Dun Electro Cool Cat guitar pedal case, enclosing a selection of various Cool Cat pedals. There we go, and we've got interest in it at 60 and 65, bid 70, at 65 then we'll bid then 70, 75 and 80, 80, 85 and 90, bid with me then 85 and 90, do we see, with me on commission then against the internet then 90 and I'm out, bids online then at 90, holding then at 90, 95, at £90 and 5, on GH Live then at £90 and against my bidder then at £90, sell at 90, there we go, 902080. 1896 is Dun Electro Fab Echo guitar pedal, together with the 4 Dun Electro mini guitar pedals, and we're bid at 35 and 40, 45 and 50, at £45 now, 50, do we see it? 45 with me then at 45 and 50, do we see? At £45 now then and 50, 55 and 60, 55 with me on commission at 55 against the internet bidders, at 55 holding then 60, do we see? At £55 with me then on commission then at £55, all done at 55, 302. 1897 is the Frontline Series 2 compressor guitar pedal, 20 bid, 25, 25, 30, 30, 35, 35 and 40, at £35 now holding on GH Live then at 35 and 40, do we see? At £35 now, 40. GH Live then at £35, all done at 35. 1898 is the Pro Co U Dirty Rack guitar pedal, 30, 35, 35 and 40, 40, 45, bids at 40, holding then on GH Live then, bidders there online then at £40 and 5, do we see it? £40, 45, at £40, GH Live then at 40 and 5, do we see? At £40, all done then and selling at £40, or short at 40, £40, 2939. 1899 is the Full Tone 70 Fuzz guitar pedal, with a box there at £90, we're bid on 5 Easy Live with a bid holding now this time at 95, 100, £95 now, 100, do we see it? Easy Live holding then 95, 100 if you want to come back on the saleroom.com. At £95 now then, 100, 95, 100, do we see? £95 all done at 95, selling then at 95, 95, 10048. 1900, the next lot, the Zinke Master Blaster guitar pedal, 35 with interest then, 35 and 40, at £35 now, 40 do we see? At £35, 40, at 35 and 40, at £35, 40, 45, bid in the room at 40, 45 do we see? At £40, 45. In the room then at £40, £40, £40, 39379. Thank you very much. Lot 1901 is the Gaiatone PS017 distortion and chorus guitar pedal. There we go. Bids on this one on GH Live at 25, 30 do we see? At £25 now, 30, at 25, 30 do we see? At £25, 30, saleroom.com, 30, 35, at £30 now, 35, on saleroom.com then at £30, all done at £30, all short at 30. 8198. 1902 is the Rick Graham Studios TZ2 Frankentone Fuzz Box guitar pedal. At 55 and 60 do we see, 60, 65, at £60 now holding, then at £60 and 5 do we see, at £60 and 5, at £60 now then 5 do we see, at £60 in the room bid, then at £60 all done, then at £60, £60, £60 to 379, thank you. 1903 is Electro Harmonix Little Big Muff guitar pedal there. 30 and 35 and 40, 45 and 50, 55 at £50, 55. GH Live then at 50 and 5 at £50 now, 55 do we see. On GH Live then at £50, all done at £50, all sure at 50, £50, and that's to 2474. 1904 is the Zinke True Grit guitar pedal at 30, £35 do we see, 35, 40, 35 in the room bid, 35 room bid, 40 if you want to come back on GH Live then at 35, 40, I have a bid in the room, at 35, 40 do we see, at £35 now, 40, at £35, in the room then at £35, all done at £35, 35 to 379. 1905 is the T-Rex Comp Nova guitar pedal there. 20, 25, 30, 30, 35, at £30, 35, at £30 now then, 35 do we see, at £30, 35, at £30 and 5. At £30 now then, 35 do we see, at £30, GH Life 35, 40, £35 now holding, and at 35 and 40 do we see, at £35. All done then and selling at £35, all done at £35, 35 to 474. 1906 is the Earthquaker Devices Tone Reaper guitar pedal. At 55 and 60, 65, 65, 70, 65 in the room, then at 65 and 70, 70, 75, 75, 80, £75 now, 80 do we see, 80, 85, 85, 90, 85 then 90 do we see, at £85, bid in the room then at 85 and 90, 85 then in the room, bid then at £85, 85, that's the 379. 1907 is the EC Custom Shop Overlord Drive guitar pedal there. Bids at 30, 35 do we see, £30, 35, at £30 now holding on GH Live then at £30 and 5, at 35, 40, at £35 now, 40 do we see, GH Live then at £35, all done at £35, 35, and that's to 2077. 1908 is the EC Custom Shop Zombie Distortion guitar pedal. At 25 with bid then 25 and 30, 30, 35, room bid at 30, 35 do we see, at £30 now, 5, 40, 35, 35 holding on GH Live then at 35 and 40, at £35 now, 40 do we see, at £35, all done at 35, all sure at 35, bid just before the hammer at 40, 45, at £40, 45, GH Live then at 40, 45 do we see, £40 now then, all done are we at £40, last chance to come back, £40, all done at 40, £40, 3055. 1909 EC Custom Shop, the Angry Ape Fuzz guitar pedal, I'm sure that's supposed to say, at 35, 40 do we see, £35, 40, at 35, 40, 40, thank you very much, 40 in the room bid, 40, 45, at £40 room bid then, 45, £40, 45. At £40 bid in the room at 45 if you want to come back online, at £40, 45, at £40, 45, £40 now then, all done then at 40, £40 now then to 379. 1910 is the Boogie Distortion twin note guitar pedal there, 2 in the lot there, and we'll bid away at £30 and 30 and 35 and 40, 45 and £40, 45 do we see. At £40 now it's holding with me against you then, at £40 now on commission at 40, 45 do we see. At £40 now, 45, at £40. All done then and selling at £40, all sure at 40, £40 to 302. 1911 is the MXR Distortion guitar pedal there. Bids away at 40, 45 and 50, 55, at £50 now, 55 do we see, at £50, 5, 60, 65, 60 with me then, 65, 5, I'm now out, bid's gone online now, and we are up to, my screen's gone a little bit funny, have you got 65 or, yeah, 65, 70, at £65 now, 70 do we see, at £65 now, GH Live then at 65, 70 do we see. Holding then on GH Live then against my bidder then at £65, 65, and that's the 2077. 1912 is the Art MR1 Personal Reverb Effects pedal, the 2 in the lot there, at 35, 40 do we see, at £35 now 40, at £35 now 40 do we see, 40, 45, at £40 now we're bid at 40, 45 do we see at £40, 45, at £40. All done then and selling at £40 or short at £40, that's £40 and that's the 379. 1913 is the Screedy Pedals Pink Flesh Guitar Pedal, bids at 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, at £65 now, holding online then at 65, 70 do we see, at £65 now, 70, 75, 5, 80, at £75 now, 80 we're asking if you want it on the saleroom.com. At £75 now, 80, 80, 85, 85, 90, 85 then come back on GH, 85, 90, 90 on the saleroom.com, 95 on GH Live, 95, 100, at £95 now, 100, 100, 110, 110, 120, 120, 130, at 120 then 130, GH Live still holding, 120, 130 coming in on the saleroom.com, 130, 140, at 130 then 140, saleroom.com now, 130 holding, 130, 140, at £130 now then 140, at 130, all done then at £130, all done at 130, 130, that's to 8238. 1914 is the MI Audio GI First Guitar Pedal, the 3 in the lot there, at £40 away, 45 and 50, £45 now, 50 do we see, at £45 now for the 3, then at 45, 50 elsewhere, at £45 now, then at 50 do we see, at 45 and 50, at £45 now, then at 50 do we see, at 45, all done then at £45, all short at £45. Lot 1915 is the Digitech X Series synth wire envelope filter guitar pedal, the 2 in the lot there, at 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, we're up to 75, at £70, 75, 80, 80, 85, 85, 90, 90, 95, at £90 now, 95, £90 and 5 do we see, at £90, 95, at £90, GH Live then at £90, all done at £90, all short at 90, £90, there we go, thank you. Lot 1916 is the Korg DST3 hard disc guitar pedal there, at £35, 40 do we see, 35 and 40, at £35 now 40 elsewhere, then at 35 and 40, at £35 now 40 do we see, at £35 now, all done then at £35, all short at £35, all short are we at 35. Lot 1917 is the Boss FZ5 Fuzz Guitar Pedal, and we're bids away on the internet at 45. I have 50, 55. £50 with me then, 55 do we see, on commission with me then at 50 and 5, at £50 now, 55, 55 and 60, I'm out. Bids online now, holding then on GH Live at 55 and 60 do we see, at 55 and 60, 60, 65, at £60 now, 65, at £60 and 5 do we see, at £60 now then, all done then at £60, £60, that's the 2894. 1918 is the Boss AW2 Auto Wire Guitar Pedal, at 25 and 30, 30, 35, 35 and 40, 40, 45, at £40 now, 45 do we see, to £50 now then, 55, 55 and 60, at £55 now, 60, 60, 65, at £60 now, 65 do we see, at £60, on GH Live then at £60 and 5 elsewhere then at £60, on GH Live 65, 70, at 65 and 70, at £65, holding then on GH Live then at £65, all done at 65, 65, 23092. 1919, 1970s Trucker Wire Swell Guitar Pedal, Bids at 60, holding at 60, 65. At £60 now, 65. Do we see it? £60 and 5. At £60 now on the GH Live platform at 60, 65. At £60 and 5. Do we see it? £60. All done at £60. £60. That's the 2205. 1920 is the George Dennis Wizards Blues guitar pedal. 3 in the lot there. £30 with bid then 30, 35. Up to 40 now, 45. At £40 now, 45. Do we see GH Live at 40, 45, 50, 50, 55. 65 we're up to now with bids coming in, and then on the GH Live platform there at £65 now, 70 do we see at £65 and 70. At 65 then on GH Live then at £65, all done at 65. £65 to 2080. 1921 is the Frederick Effects Utility Percolator Guitar Pedal there, with the box there. At 30 and 35 do we see, and 40. At 35 then and 40 do we see 40, 45, 45 and 50, 50, 55. At £50 now, 55. GH Live then at 50 and 5. On GH Live platform then at £50 and 5 coming in, IU then at £50. All done then and selling on GH Live then at £50, all done at £50. £50, 2077. 1922 is the Digitech RP2000 multi-effects guitar pedal there. 35 with interest there, 35 and 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see it? 35 and 40, 40, 45, 45 and 50. At £45 now, 50 do we see? At 45 then holding on GH Live then at £45 now, 50. At 50, 55, 55 and 60, 65, 70. At £65 now, 70 do we see? GH Live then at 65 and 70. At £65 now, 70 do we see at 65. All done at £65. All short at 65. 65 to 488. 1923 is the Jax Mercer box guitar pedal, with the box there at 18 and 20 do we see at £18 now and 20, 20, 25. At £20 now, 25 do we see at £20 and 5, 5, 30, 30, 35. At £30 now, 35, 35, 40, 40, 45. At £40 bid in the room, then at 40, 45 do we see? At £40 it's a room bid, then at 40, 45 coming back. At £40 now, then selling in the room, then at £40, all done at £40. £40 to 379. 1924 is the Jax Fuse blower guitar pedal there. At £18, 20 do we see? At £18 now, 20, 20, 25. It's a bid in the room, then at £20 now, 25 do we see it? 25, 30, 30, 35. At £30 now, 35 do we see? 35, 40, 40, 45. At £40, 45. In the room bid then at £40 and 5 do we see? At £40, all done then and selling at £40, all short at £40. £40 to 379. 1925 is the Jax Bat Fuzz guitar pedal there. A bid online this time then at £30 to starters, and at 30, 35 going online, we're up to £50. Lots of bids coming in all at once, and 65 we now have 70. At £65 now, 70 do we see at 65 and 70. At £65 on the GH Live platform then at £65 and selling then, all done then at 65. £65 to 965. 1926 is the Stone Deaf Effects PDF1 guitar pedal there. 65 then we're bid at 5 and 70. At £65 now, 70 do we see? 70, 75, 5, 80. At 80, 85. At £80 now, GH Live then at £80, 85 do we see at £80. All done then and selling at £80, all done then on GH Live then at £80, all done, £80, and that's the 2875. 1927 is the Seymour Duncan Lava Box guitar pedal there. £30, 35 at 30, holding then on GH Live then at 30, 35, at £30, 35, at £30 and 5, 5, 40, at £35 now, 40 do we see at 35 and 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see at £35, all done at £35, all short at 35, £35, 2077. 1928, the 3 Ibanez guitar pedals, to include a DDL digital delay. Interest at 40, 45 and 50 pounds, and 50 bid at 50, 55, at 50 pounds now, 55 and 60, 60, 65. It's with me on commission then against that internet bid then at 60, 65. Do we see 5 and I'm out? 65 pounds now on GH Live then at 65 and 70. At 65 pounds now, 70. Do we see on GH Live then at 65 pounds, all done then at 65 pounds. 65, and that's to 2542. 1929's the solid gold Agent 13 guitar pedal there. This time at £30 and 5. Do we see it? £30 and 5. At £30, 35, 35 and 40. 35 and 40, 45, sir. Thank you. 40, 45. At £40 now, 45. Do we see it? £40. All done then at 40. All done then at £40. All done at 40. Thank you. 1930 is the 6-bay ringer guitar pedals to include an HM300 heavy metal, and as catalogued, bids at 40, 45 and 50, 50, 55. At £50 we're bid then 50, 55. It's with me then at 50, 55. Do we see it? £50 and 5. At £50 now then 5. Do we see it? £50, 55. At £50. All done at £50. All short 50. Thank you. £50. 302. 1931 is the Rocktron Nitro guitar pedal. 3 on the lot there. And we're bid at 35 and 40. At £35 now, 40. Do we see 35 and 40? At £35 now, 40. Do we see £35, 40, 40, 45? At £40 now, 45. At £40 now, then all done then at £40. All short £40. All short £40. There we go. GH Live. 1932 is the BB Mindbender guitar pedal. At £20, 25. Do we see £20, 25, 25, 30? At £25 now, 30. Do we see 25, 30? 30, 35, sir. 35 and 40. 35, 40. Do we see 35 and 40? 35 then in the room then at £35. All done then at 35. 35 to 379. Thank you very much. 1933 is the BBE 2-timer guitar pedal with the box there. This time at £20, 25 and 30, £25 now, 30. Do we see at 25, 30, 35? At £30 now, 35. Do we see at £30, 35? At £30 now, then 35. Do we see at £30, 35? At £30, all done at 30. £30 to 379. Thank you. 1934 is the Electro Harmonix Holy Grail Reverb guitar pedal. Are you waiting to collect, guys? You waiting to collect guitar?
No, we've had some empty today. So.
Oh, okay, lovely. 1934 Electro Harmonix Holy Grail Reverb guitar pedal. 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 100, 110. £100 now, 110 do we see? 110, 110, 120. At 110 then GH Live, then at 110, 120 do we see? At 110, 120. At 110 then GH Live, then at 110. All done then at £110. 110, that's to 2034. 1935 Ibanez Tone Lock TS7 Tube Screamer guitar pedal. The 2 in the lot there at 30, 35, 40, 40, 45. At £40 now, 45. GH Live then holding then at £40 and 5. 45 going online now up to £50 and 5. Do we see at £50, 55? At £50, all done. 55 and 60. At £55 now, 60. Do we see at £55? GH Live then at 55 and 60, 60, 65, 5, 70. At 65 then GH Live then at £65 now, 70. Do we see at £65? All done then at £65 and selling at 65. 65 to 2474. 1936 is the Barber Electronics Direct Drive guitar pedal. 50 straight in, 5. Do we see £50, 55? At £50 now, 5. Do we see it? £50, 55. At £50 now, 55, 55, 5, 60. At £55 now, 60. Do we see at £55? Saleroom.com then at £55. All done at 55. £55 to 8238. 1937, the Visual Sound Route 66 American Overdrive guitar pedal. Bids at 20 and 25. Do we see at £20 now, 25 and 30? At £25 now, 30. Do we see 25 and 30? At £25 now, 30 do we see? 25 and 30. At 25, 30 do we see? 25 then, all done then at £25, all done or short at 30, 35. At £30 now, 35. At £30 and 5. At £30 now on GH Live then at £30, all done at £30. £30, 3107. 1938 Smart People Factory Red Threat Guitar Pedal at £20 and 5. 30 do we see? 25 and 30. 30, 35. At £30 now, 35. 35 gone online now, 35 and 40. 45, sir, thank you. £40 now GH Live holding. 45 still going. 50 we're up to. 55 and 60. £55 now, 60, 60, 65. At £60 now, 5 do we see? GH Live then at 60 and 5. At £60 now, 65. GH Live then at £60, all done at 60. £60. Lot 1939 is the Love Pedal Redhead Guitar Pedal there. Lot 1939 and away at £35 and 40 do we see? At £35 now, 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see elsewhere then? 40, 45. At 45, 50. I've gone online now up to 55 with bids coming in then all at once. 55, 60 do we see? 60, 65, 5, 70. £65 now, 70 do we see? At 65, 70. 65 all done then at £65. GH Live then at £65, all short at 65. 65. Same bidder. There we go, thank you. 1914 is the Sib Nick Nitro guitar pedal there. Lot 1940 at £30, 35 and 40, £35, 40, 40, 45. At £40 now, 45 do we see? GH Live at 40, 45. At £40 now, 45. At £40 on GH Live then at £40, all done at £40 and 5, 5, 50. 50, 55. At £50, 55. At £50, all done then at £50, all done then at selling at £50. 5 and 60. 60, 65. At £60, 65. At £60, all done then at £60. £60, and that bidder has a hat trick, 3 in a row. Thank you very much for the bids. 1941 is Sib Mr. Echo guitar pedal. At £30 and 5, 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see? At 35 and 40. At £35 now, 40, 45, 45 and 50. At 45, 50, 50, 55. At £50, 55. At £50, 5 do we see? Easy Life this time at £50, all done at £50. 5 and 60. At £55 now, 60 do we see? 60, 65. At £60 now, Easy Life at £60, all done then and selling at 60. £60 to 10086. 1942 is a Homebrew Electronics Germania guitar pedal. At 30 and 5 and 40 do we see? 35 and 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see? At 35 and 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see? At 35, 40. At £35, all done at £35, all short at £35. There we go, thank you. 1943 is the Hughes and Kettner Warp Factor guitar pedal. £10 were bid straight in, 12, 12, 15, 15, 18. At £15 now, 18 do we see? At 15, 18, 18, 20, 20, 25. At £20 now, 25, 25 and 30. £25 now, 30 do we see? £25, 30. At £25, 30. GH Live at £25, all done at £25. £25, 2014. 1944 is a Randall Face Punch Overdrive guitar pedal. 2 in the lot there. Bids at 40, 45 do we see? 40, 45. At 45 and 50. At £45 now, 50 do we see? At £45. All done then at £45, all short at 45. 45 and 50 coming in just on the hammer. Lot still open then. 55 and 60. £55 now, 60 do we see? At £55. All done then and selling at £55. 1945 is the Protone Scumstortion guitar pedal. There we go. At 35 and 40, 45 and 50. At £45 now, 50 do we see? At £45. GH Live then at £45, all done then and selling at £45. All short 45, 45, and there we go, 2939. 1946 is the Protone Pedals Rhino guitar pedal. with its box there at 30 and 5 and 40. At 35 and 40, do we see? At £35 now 40. At 35, 40, 45. At £40, 45. In the room bid at 40, then 45. Do we see? At £40. It's in the room then at £40. 45. Do we see? All done, are we? At £40. £40. That's the 379. Thank you. 1947 is the Protone Pedals Body Rock 2 guitar pedal. At 30, 35, 35 and 40. At 35 then 40, do we see? At £35 now 40. At £35 now 40, do we see? At £35. 40 do we see elsewhere then? At £35, all shore then at £35 and 40. All done then at £35, all shore at 35. Lot 1948 is the Guiatone TZ2 Fuzz Guitar Pedal. 35 and 40. At £35 now 40, do we see? At 35 and 40. 40, 45, 45 and 50. At £45 now 50, do we see? At £45 and 50, 55 and 60, 65. At £60, 65. At £60, all done at £60. All done then and selling at 60. £60, 2965. 1949 is the Proco Solar Guitar Pedal with the box there at 30, 35 and 40. Do we see? £35 now 40, 40, 45. At £40, 45. At £40 it's a room bid then 40, 45. Do we see? At £40, 45. 45, 50 sir. Thank you. 45 and 50. At £45 now then 50 do we see? At £45. 50 do we see elsewhere then at £45. £45. 1086. 1950 is the Black Star Amplification HT Pure Valve Filth Guitar Pedal there. At £25 now 30 do we see? 25, 30. At £25 now 30, 30, 35. At £30 now 35 do we see? At £30 now 35. At 30, 35. £30 now then all done then and selling at £30, all short at £30. £30, 2077. Lot 1951 is the Ibanez Sound Tank CPS compressor guitar pedal. There we go at 20, 25 and 30 do we see? £25 now 30. At £25 now 30 do we see? At 30, 35. At 30, 35 do we see? £30, 35. At £30, 35. At £30, 35. At £30, all done at £30. £30 to 2474. Do you need one of these?
No, just assistance to clear.
Yeah.
James is upstairs.
James should be next. James next door somewhere.
No.
No.
Just maybe make an announcement.
Okay, yeah. Can someone please assist Mike with some clearing, please, if James is around, or Chris Baker is around somewhere. Thank you very much. Looks like some big amps might be going out. 1952 is the Ibanez Chorus Guitar Pedal. 1952 at £60 on GH Live we're bid at 60, 65. At £60, 65, 570. At £65 now 70 do we see? GH Live then at 65 and 70. At £65 now 70 do we see? At 65. On GH Live then at £65, all done at 65. 65 bids coming in on the hammer there. Bid coming in at 70, 75. Lots still open then. Bid coming down in on the hammer at £70, 75. At 70 then 75 do we see? At £70 and 5. At £70 now on GH Live then at £70. All done, last chance to come back then at £70. All done at 70. £70. That's 22853. 1953 is the Ibanez Phase Tone Guitar Pedal there. 1953 at 25 away, 30, 35 and 40. £35 now 40 do we see? At 35 and 40. At £35 now 40 do we see? At £35 now 40, 45, 45, 50. 45 then 50 do we see? £45, 50. GH Live then at £45, all done at 45. 45, 2853. Oops, not 33. 1954 is the Legends Amp AMT E1 guitar pedal. £30, 35 to receive, £30, 35. At £30 now, 35 to receive, £30, 35. £30 now, then all done are we at 30 and 5 and 40, 40, 45. At £40 now, 45. GH Live then at 40, 45. £40 all done at 40. 1955 is the Roland EV5 Expression pedal. 3 in the lot there. 25, 30 do we see, 30, 35, 35, 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see, 35 and 40. At £35 now, 40. GH Live then at £35, all done at £35. 35. 1956 is the Frederick Effects Foxtrot guitar pedal there. 1956 at 30 and 35 and 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see, 40, 45. At 40 we're bid in the room then at 40, 45 do we see. At £40, 45. At £40 now, then all done then at £40. £40 to 379. Thank you. 1957 is the MXR Jimi Hendrix System Octave Fuzz guitar pedal. 50 straight in, 55 do we see it, £50 now, 5. At £50 now, then 55 do we see it, £50 and 5 elsewhere. At £50, all done at £50. Selling then GH Live at 50. 1958 is the Electro Harmonix Big Muff guitar pedal there. 30 straight in, 35 do we see, £30, 35. At £30 now, 35 do we see, 35, 40, 45, 40, 45. At £40 now, 45. GH Live then at 40, 45. At £40, all done at £40. £40, 2474. 1959 is the Boss MZ2 digital metalizer guitar pedal there. At 50 and 5 do we see it, £50 now, 55. At £50 and 5 do we see it, £50, 55. At £50 and 5. At £50 now, then all done at 50 and 5 and 60. At £55 now, 60 do we see. At £55, all done at £55, all done at 55. Lot 1960 is the Vox Cooltron Brit Boost guitar pedal there. 40, 45 do we see, £40, 45. At £40 now, then 45 do we see, £40, 45. At £40 and 5. At £40, 45 and 40, all done then at £40. Lot 1961 is the Melos Mini Comp compressor guitar pedal. There we go. And at 10 and 12 and 15 do we see it, £12 now, 15. At £12 now, 15 do we see. At £12 now, coming in for a bid at 15. At £12, 15. At £12 now, then all done at 15, 18 going online now, 18, 20, 20, 25. At £20 now, then 25 do we see it, £20, 25. At £20, 25, 25 and 30. At £25 now, 30 do we see it, £25. GH Live at £25. 25. 1962 is the Garage Tone Drivetrain Overdrive guitar pedal. 3 in the lot there. 25 and 30. At £25 now, 30 do we see it, 25, 30. GH Live then at £25 now, 30 elsewhere. At £25, all done at £25, all short at 25. 1963 is the TC Electronic Vintage Octa Screamer guitar pedal. The 2 in the lot there. At 30, 35 and 40, 35 and 40 do we see. At £35 now, 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see. 40, 45. At £40 now, 45 do we see it, £40, 45. At £40. GH Live then at £40, all done at 40. 1964 is the MXR Noise Clamp guitar pedal. The 2 in the lot there. At 30 and 5 and 40. At 35 and 40 do we see. At £35, 40. At £35, 40 do we see elsewhere then at £35. 40 do we see, all done then at £35, all short at 35. Lot 1965 is the Pixie Pedals Tone Bender silicone guitar pedal there. £30, 35 do we see it, £30 and 5. At £30 now, 35 at £30. 35, 40. £35 now, 40 do we see it, £35, all done at £35. Lot 1966 is the Pixie Pedals FF Silicone tip mag guitar pedal there. 20, 25, 5, 30, 30, 35. At £30 now, 35, 35, 40. Thank you. £35 now, 40. Do we see 35 and 40? At £35 now, 40, 35, 40, 40, 45. At £40 now, 45 and 50. 45 then and 50. Do we see GH Live then at £45? 45. 1967 is the Moscow Tone Bus Power Supply guitar pedal. 2 in the lot there. Lot 1967. Bids at 20, 25, 25 and 30. At £25 now, 30. Do we see it? 25 and 30. GH Live then at £25 now, 30. Do we see it? £25. All done at £25. 1968 is the 3 Moa Twin Series guitar pedals. There we go, 3 pedals there, and we're bid at 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 bid with me, 55, at 55, and I'm out bids online at 55, 60, at £55 now, 60 do we see at £55. All done then at £55, all short at 55. 1969 is the 4 Joyo guitar pedals. Interest in them away at £30 and 5 do we see at £30, 35 at £30 now, 35 do we see 30, 35, 40, 45 at £40 still with me then on commission bid at £40 and 5 at £40 now, 45 do we see at £40 all done at £40, 5 do we see £40 all done. 302 sorry. 1970 is the 3 EX Amp T Cube Series mini guitar pedals. £20 we're bid then, 25 do we see at £20, 25 at £20 now, 25 do we see at £20. GH Live then at £20, all done at 25, 30, 25, 30, 30, 35 at £30 now, 35, £30, 35 at £30, all done at £30. 5, 8. Lot 1971 is the Ashdown and Hayden Dr. Green, the Black Death guitar pedal there. At 30, 35, 40, £35 now, 40 do we see at 35, 40. At £35 now, 40 at £35, all done at £35. 2939. 1972 is the Subdecay Supernova Drive guitar pedal there. At 25 and 30 do we see, £25 now, 30 at 25, 30 do we see, at £25 now, 30 at 25, 30 do we see, all done then at 25. Lot 1973 is the Heyo the Raw limited edition guitar pedal. At £35, 40 do we see, at 35 and 40, 40, 45, at £40 now, 45 do we see, at £40, 45, at £40 now, 45, at £40, all done at £40. 379, thank you. 1974 is the Sound City Stereo Chorus guitar pedal with the others there. 55 we're up to with bids and 60 do we see at 55 and 60. At £55 now, 60 do we see at 55 and 60 at £55, all done at 55. 1975 is Electro Harmonix Nano Small Tone guitar pedal. 2 in the lot there. Various interest with bids at 30 and 5 and 40 and 5 at £40 now, then 5 do we see at £40 and 5 at 45 and 50 at £45 now, 50 do we see. GH Live then at 45 and 50 do we see. 45 all done then at £45. 1976 is the 4 Tom's Line Engineering mini guitar pedals. £30 and 5 and 40 and 40 and 5 at £40 now, 45 at £40 now. It's here with me against you then at £40, 45 at £40 on commission with me at £40. Are you coming back at £40? Finished then at £40. 302. 1977 is the 4 Tom's Line Engineering mini guitar pedals. There we go. This time away at £30 and 5 do we see, £30, 35 at £30 now, 35 do we see, at £30, 35, and 40, 45, at 40 with me, 45, at £40 on commission with me, then at £40 and 5 do we see, at £40 now with me against you again, then at £40, all done at 40, 302. 1978, the 3 Tom's Line Engineering mini guitar pedals. This time we are away at 30 and 5 and 40 at £35 now, 40 do we see, at 35 and 40 at £35 now, 40 do we see, holding with me then at £35, 40 do we see, at £35 now then 40 at 35, 40 at £35, all done then at £35, I'm in, you're out then at £35, 302. 1979 is the 4 Mosky mini guitar pedals. This time we are bid at £20, £25 with me, 30, 35 with me, 40 at 35, 40 do we see, at £35 now, 40, 40 I'm out, bids online at 40, 45 at £40 now, 45 do we see, at £40, 45 at £40 now then, 45 at £40, all done then at £40, £40, and that is 22077. This time 1980, the 4 mini guitar pedals there, bids, we are bidding at 20, 25 and 30, 30, 35, 5, 40 at £35 now, it's with me against you at 35 and 40 at 35 with me against the internet then at 35, 40, 40 I'm out, bids online at £40, 45 at £40, 45 do we see it, £40, 45 at £40 on GH Live then at £40, £40 to 2835. 1981 is the 4 mini guitar pedals. There we go, 1981. And bids at 20, 25, 30, at £25 now, 30 do we see, at £25 and 30. At £25, just with me against the internet, 30, 35, 40, still with me at 35, 40 do we see, at 35, 40, at £35. All done then at £35 with me against the internet then at £35, 35, 302. 1982 is the MT Electronics Dewhas distortion guitar pedal, at £50 and 5 do we see, £50, 55, at £50, 55, GH Live at 50, 5, 5, 60, £55 now, 60 do we see, at £55, all done then at £55. Lot 1983 is the Donna Alpha Force guitar pedal, with the others there as catalogued, £30, 35 do we see, at £30, 35, at 35, 35, 40, at £35 now, 40 do we see, at £35, all done then, and selling at 35 and 40, 40, 45, at £40 now, 45, at £40, all done at £40. 5 lots, Chris. Lot 1984 is the 4 mini guitar pedals. There we go, as catalogued there, at £20, 25 do we see, £20, 25, at £20 now, 25 do we see, £20, 25, at £20, all done, 25, 30, at £25 now, 30 do we see, at £25, all done at £25. 1985 is the Vintage Technology Orange Sunshine guitar pedal there, £10 with bid, 12 do we see it, £10, 12, at £10 now then 12, 12, 15, at 12, 15 do we see, at £12 now 15, 15, 18, at £15 now 18, 18, 20, 20, 25, at £20 now 25, at £20 and 5, 5, 30, at £25 now 30 do we see, £25, all done at £25, 30, 35, 35, 40, at £35 now 40 do we see, at £35, GH Live at £35, 35, 3102. 1986 is the Radio Engineering Big Shot ABY amplifier switcher guitar pedal, 40 with interest, 45 do we see, at £40, 45, at £40, 45, £40 all done at £40, £40.
Hammer Joe.
45 just on the hammer on the other platform, 45.50. At £45 now, 50 do we see? At 45.50, at £45. All done at £45. Number 1987 is the DoD guitar pedal board fitted with 6 pedals, and we have interest in it at £120 away. Then 120, 130 do we see? At £120 now, 130. At 120, 130, 140, 140, 150. At 140 with me against the internet then, 140, 150, 150, 160, 170. At 160 with me still against the internet then on commission at 160, 170. At 160, 170 do we see? At 160, 170. At 160 you're coming back on GH Live at 160, 170. At 160. Still with me then at 160, 170. At 160. Selling then at £160, all done then with me on commission at 160. 160, 302. Not 1988 is the Hotone Skyline whip distortion guitar pedal there. With the others, it's catalogue there at £20, 25. At £20 now, 25. At £20. GH Live then 25, 30. At 25, 30, 30, 35. At £30, 35, 35, 40. At 35, 40 do we see? At £35 and 40. £35 all done at 35. £1989 is the Ritual Devices 84 prototype guitar pedal there. At £40 away and 5 and 5 and 50. £45 now, 50 do we see? At 45 and 50 do we see coming in then at 45 and 50. At 50, 55. At £50 now, 55. At £50 now, then and 5 do we see at £50? All done at £50. And lot 1990 is the Ernie earplugs, the mean leg wave gain processor guitar pedal. At £30 away and 5 and 40, 35 and 40 do we see? At £35 now, 40. At £35 now, 40 do we see? 35 and 40. At 35 and 40 do we see? 35 all done at 35, all short at 35. There we go, and that's me done for now and for the day, and Chris Baker is going to take over and conclude the sale. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yep. Continue straight away. 1991, I'll take over. 1991 are 7 various clone oblique kit guitar pedals. But 1991 we're away with bids online, 45, 55, £55 bid, asking 60 now. Do we see £60? I've got £55 bid. Do we see 60 elsewhere? 60 we do. Still going on the internet at £60. Invite you back for 65 if you'd like. Holding on GH Live at 60, all done and selling at 65. Still going 5. 65 coming back for 70. At £65 we have bid now. Asking 70. Final call then for 70. 65, that is 2560. 1992 is the next 5 in this one. 5 various clone oblique kit guitar pedals as described there for you. Interest away online at £30, taking the bid at 30, and we can sell at 35. 35 we're going now with interest now. Still going on the internet here, £35 asking 40. £35 then GH Live at 35, and all done are we in selling. 35, 3101. 1993, we've the Award Sessionette 75 guitar pedal, and taking the bid there on the internet, £12. Thank you for that. £12 we see 15, £15, 18, 20, and 5. £25 bid now at 25, asking 30. At £25, still holding GH Live at 25 and selling at £25. 2458. 1994 is a Cornell Fuzz Face guitar pedal. Boxed example, 1994. This one made in England as described there for you, and away at £300 asking. Do we see £300? £300 do we see? At 300. 200 then we'll open at £200 with interest here. Straight at 200, 220, 240 if you'd like. 260, we go 280, 280, asking 300 again now, £300, are we back at £300? One more, take it away for 300. Final call, £300, we have bid now, 300. It's on the internet here, Easy Live Auctions at £300, we see 320. 300, final chance then, if you'd like 320. This one's selling at £300. £300, 10048. 1995 is the Melos EM350 Echo Pack Echo unit, and we're straight in with internet interest at £80. Thank you, £80. 5.95. Do we see £90? I have now. Do we see 95? Bid at 95. GH Live selling at £90. Ordering at 90. 5. 100. £100. I saw you coming in. £100 bid. You coming back for 110? Ordered at 100. We'll sell at 100 then. 2989. 1996, 1970s Laney Supergroup Mark 1, the reverberation unit, and bidding away as I'm introducing it online at 75, 85, 90, 5, 100, £100, 110, 110, 110 bid, asking 120 now. I have £110 here on GH Live at 110. Do we see 120 elsewhere? Final call then, last chance, asking 120, 110, 2130. 1997 selection of various PSUs for pedals, including the mini bank there, the Black's mini bank. Quite the assortment there, useful for spares and repairs, various, very useful little lot there. Do you see £30 to be in on this one then? 30, there's a lot there for only 30. See 30, asking 20 then. We all want it, 5, 30, we're back at £30 now. Do you see 5? Coming back for 35, at £30 then. Selling then, all done. These are going at 30. 2080. 1998 Yamaha DDS 20M digital delay sampler guitar pedal. £20 bid straight in. 20 do we see 5? At £20 now, 5 asking. At £20 I have, do we see 5? We'll sell then at 20. £25 bid now. 25, thank you. 25 coming back for 30. If you're in at 20, we need you back for 30 if you like. £25 then, we'll sell, all done at £25. 2775. 1999 is the Roland GR50 guitar synthesizer rack unit plus the MIDI guitar pickup, and straight in 95, 100, 100, 100, 110, 110, 120 at £100, 110, 110. Sorry, 110 we have. You're coming back for 120 at 110. GH Live at 110. Asking 120. Final call. Hammer's going down at 110. 110. 2385. Lot 2000 is a Korg DTR 2000 digital tuner rack unit, and bidding away on the internet there, 30 and up to 5. I have £35 now. Do we see 40? 35 here, 40 and 5, £45 now bid. 45 we're asking 50. At £45 I have. Do we see 50? Last chance for 50. £50 bid. £50. So we'll go 55 if you like. You're coming back for 55. Give you a moment. Coming back for 55. Final call. We'll sell then. £50. £50. To you, 2811. 2001 is the 1970s WAM solid state Watkins copycat tape echo unit. Always popular these ones, aren't they? And at £110 we have bids. Unsurprising. 120 we're going on the internet. 120, do we see 130? At 120 I have bid now. Saleroom.com at 120. It's against you, GH Live. Coming back, yes you are, 130. 130 bid, do we see 140? Bid at 130, internet bid at 130. Saleroom.com, it's against you. Asking 140 now. All done, are we? £130 on selling. 130. That's to you, 2474. 2002 with the Fox Tone Machine reissue fuzz guitar pedal, with its boxing a lot there as well. Do you see £200 in on this one? £200, asking 200. Coming in for 200 at 140. 140 will go online. 150 at 140 now. Coming back for 150. Open at 140. Do we see 150? No bids there. 150. All done, are we sure? Final call for 150. On to 2003 is a Jim Dunlop Hale Sound HT1 talk box for the guitar there. And bidding away at 50 and 5, 65, 70, 75, £75 now. Do we see 80? Yes, we do. 85, 85, 90 and 5, £95 bid. 100 I have. 110, 110 bid. 120. That's at 110 GH Live. Saleroom.com, it's against you. You've been bidding along. You're coming back for 120. Final call, don't miss it for one more. At 110 then. All done at 110. 110. Bid, we're still going at 120. 120, 130. Bidding away new bids on the GH Live platform. 130. You're still in 130, 140 do we see? At 130. Give you a moment, come back at 140. 130 and sell in. 130. Bid at 2488. 2004 is the MXR Phase 100 guitar pedal. Boxed and papers. Lot 2004. Do we see 60? Open it for 60, shall we? Get these going for 60. 50. 50 taking the bid there. 50. Do we see 55 now? 50 holding, asking 55. At £50 then. Do we see 55? Final call for 55. Down there we go on to lot 2005. Tom Skoltz Rockman X100. Manual box and headphones. The outfit full there. £100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 140, 150, 150, 160. £150 then holding GH Live at 150, asking 160. Ordered at 150 and selling £150. 2488. 2006 the MXR Phase 100 guitar pedal. Bid straight in at 50. GH Live at 50. Any more on this one for 50? 5 are asking now. £50 bid. 5, 60. £60 bid and 5 at £60, 5, 70. 70. We're still going on the internet. £70. We see 5. You're coming back for 5. £70 now. GH Live at £70. 75. Asking 80. £75 I have bid now. Do we see 80? £75 all done at 75. 75. 2853. 2007 MXR Flanger guitar pedal. And bids flying in at 70 straight in on the saleroom.com. We're up to £70. Do we see 5? £70 now here. £70. 5, 80, 5, 90. 90 I have and 5. £95 bid. Do we see 100? £95. Saleroom.com bid here at £95. GH Live, you were bidding along and you're coming back for 100. Yes, you are. New bids coming in at 110. 110 we jump in. 120 then we're asked. 110. GH Live at 110. Saleroom.com. You're out now. You're coming back for 120. Bidding all along. £110. Hammer's going down. Final call. We'll sell. 110. Thank you. 2010. 2008 MXR Power Converter. Lot 2008, useful lot there. £12 bid we have on GH Live. Taking the bid though, or £12 we can sell. £12 we see 15. At £12 now, invite that for 15. At 12, 15, £15, 18, 18 we're going. £18 bid, asking 20. £18 now, do we see 20? At £18, 20, 20 bid, 25. At £20, so coming out for 25. Ordered at 20 and selling at 20. 5, still going, 30. £25 bid came in. 25 asking 30. £25. It's against you. GH Live is holding to receive 30 at 25. 2853. 2009 MXR limiter guitar pedal. Got 2009 there. We see 70 coming in. 70 on this one. Box example again. 70 we're asked. 70, 70. So you can go 50, 50. £50 we'll ask. 50 starts at 50. £50 taking the bid online. 50 and they want it now. 5, 60. £60 coming back for 5. 65, 65 and 70. Where we started at 70. Do we see 5? £70 now. 5. £75 bid. Do we see 80? Yes, we do. £80 bid and 5. £80 asking 5 now. At £80 then. All done. 5. Still going. 85, 90. £85, 90, 90 and 5. At £90 I have bid. Do we see 95? Going back for 95. Final call for any 95s. We'll sell at 90, 95, 100. £95 bid now, asking 100. At 95, all done. 95, 2093. 2010 is a Rock Tech overdrive guitar pedal together with the other distortion guitar pedal, both with their boxes as described there for you. £30 asking, £30 for these 2 in the lot there, 30. 2 in the boxes there, 30, 30. At £15 asking, 15 coming in for 15. Get these gone for 15. I'll invite you for 15. Anyone clicking for 15? Final call then, no 15s. 2011 Boss FV 50H volume pedal together with the Roland Expression pedal, 2 in the lot and at 50, 5, 60 jumping online. £60 bid and 5 are asked. £60 bid I have. I'll ask 65 now to be in. £60 on the internet here. 60 selling at 60. 62 34. 2012 is the Boss FT2 dynamic filter guitar pedal. Japanese made, and £60 we're in online, £60 bid. Invite you for 65 if you'd like. £60 on the internet, 65, 70, will you go, 70? £70, 75, they're back, 80. Thank you, sir. 75, going online, 80, asking 85. 85 I have bid now, do you see 90? 90, bid, and 90, asking 95. At £90 I have, do you see 95? Final call for 95, all done are we? At £90. £90. 2093. 2013 is the Boss GE7 equalizer guitar pedal, made in Japan. 45, 55, 60, 65 pounds bid. Now do we see 70? At 65 GH Live, do we see 70? 65 pounds. Final call anymore? 65 and selling. 65 to 498. 2014 is the Boss DC2 Dimension C guitar pedal. Japan made here. So we're racing away online at 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. Bid at 170, 180, 180, 190 still going. 190 internet here at 190. Do we see 200? Yes, we do. £200 bid and 20. I have £220 bid now. Do we see 240? 220 on the GH Live platform at 220. Do we see 240? Final call anymore for 240. 220. 3101. 2015 is Boss HM2 heavy metal guitar pedal. Japan made example again, and racing away. Max with auto bids at 100, 110. Lots of bids flying in. Auto bids, live bids 110, 120, 120. I have now. Do we see 130? At £120, do we see 130? At 120, selling here. GH Live internet at 120. 120. 2204. 2016 is the Boss CS3 compression sustainer guitar pedal, and interest away straight in at 55, 60, jumping now 5, 65 now 70, £65 now asking 70. You see 70 on this one now at £65. Will sell internet at 65. 2007. 2017 is the Boss CE3 chorus guitar pedal. Japanese made example again, and at 50, 5, 60, 5, 70. GH Live 65. Do you see 70 now? At £65 I have bid. Rask 70. £70 still going. 75. You're coming back for 75. At 65, 75, 80. £80 bid now. Asking 85. GH Live 80. Do you see 85? You're coming back for 85. Hammers here. Final call will sell at £80. 2498. 2018 is the Boss HF2 high band flanger guitar pedal, and we're straight in on the internet. 50, thank you. 5, 55, 60, £60 bid. Do you see 5 now? £60 I have on the internet here at 5. 65 new bidder online there. 65. Do you see 70? At 65 GH Live at 65. Do you see 70 elsewhere? £65 all done at 65. 65 2021. 2019 is the Boss OD2 Turbo Overdrive guitar pedal, and straight in with bids at 50. Taking a bid now, thank you. £50 bid. Do you see 5? £50 now on the internet here. GH Live at 50. Asking 65 now at £50. Any more for this one at 50? Asking 55. All done with sell 50. It's going now online at 55. Bidder at 55. Do you see 60? We're bid at 55 now. Asking 60. Last call for 60. £55. 2034. 2020 is the Boss NF1 noise gate guitar pedal. Japanese made example again. How most of these? And do we see 40 coming in for 40 on this one? 40. Start at 20, shall we? 20. Invite you in for 20. Get going at 20. £20. Easy Live auctions online at 20. Do you see 5? 25. 30. £25 now. Come back for 30. £30 bid. Do you see 5? At £30 now. Easy Live auctions at 30. Do you see 5? Any more for this one at 35? Asking 35. 40. 40 bid and 5. £40. We're back at £40. Still on the internet here at £40 and selling at 40. 1/48. 2021 we have the Boss OC2 Octave guitar pedal, and straight in with the saleroom.com bidder at 80, asking 85 now. 85 going GH Live. 90 at 85, 90 going now on the internet. 95, 110, 120, 120, 130 we're asked. 120 bid. Do we see 130? GH Live here, I'm bid at 120. Do we see 130? All done at 120. 120. 2204. 2022 we move to is the 1970s Gen Cry Baby Super Wah Wah guitar pedal, and with interest away straight in on the internet. 50, thank you. 5, 55, 55 and 60 pounds bid, and 5, 60 pounds now. 5, 70, 75, 80 bid at 75, 80, they're back at 80. Do we see 85 now? 80 pounds here, 85, 90, 90 and 5, 90 pounds bid, asking 95 now. You're going back for 95. All done, are we? Final call, 95, 100, we're still going. Now 100 pounds I have bid now at 100. Do we see 110 elsewhere? All done, are we? Once and twice then, and final call at 100. 2205. On to 2023 is the Boss CS3 Compression Sustainer guitar pedal. And I have absentee interest against you online. I can go 35 and 40. I've got 45 here, come back for 50. Yes, you are. I'm out. You're in 50. GH Live at 50. Do we see 55? On the internet here at £50, asking 55. Do we see 55? All done. Then we'll sell at 50. 2474. 2024 is the Proco Rat Overdrive guitar pedal. Not 2024. And do we see 60 on this one? Open for 60, 60. So we see £60. Surely we'll get there. Surely £40 then will open. £40, 40 sir, 40 in the room against you in the internet. Bids coming at the same time there. 45, 50, 55 are asked then. £50. It's against you online. It's at 50. You're going back for 55. We can sell. We'll sell at 50. All done at 50. Thank you, sir. £50, 379. 2025 1970s Shin A Companion Fuzz guitar pedal. And we're bidding away as I'm introducing at 85 and 90 and 5. 95, do we see 100? Yes, we do. £100 bid. Do we see 110 then? 110 we have. 110 bid. 120. 120, still going 130. 130, 140. Good bids, thank you. Coming back for 140 at £130 now. Easy Live Auctions holding at 130. Do we see 140 elsewhere? All done at 130 then. 10048. 2026 is the Ibanez SC10 Super Stereo Chorus guitar pedal. And with interest there, straight in on the internet at 30. We'll take the bid at 30 and 5. Going online now, 35. Do you see 40? 40, sir. 40. 45 coming back on the internet. It's at 40. It's here against you online. Coming back for 45. Invite you back for 45, 45. 50. Thank you, sir. 50 we have now on the internet. £50 bid. Do you see 5? Selling at 50. All done at 50. 2957. 2027 with the Boss RV6 reverb guitar pedal. Boxed example here, and lots of interest here. I have absentee interest. Irrelevant. We're jumping up. £100, 110, 120, 120, 130. 130. It's with the saleroom.com. Do we see 140? It's against you, GH Live. Coming back for 140. Yes, you are. 140 bid. Asking 150 now. At £140 then. GH Live bidder holding at 140. Saleroom.com, it's against you now. Come back for 150. All done, are we? 140. Hammer's going down, we'll sell. That's 140, 2498. On to lot 2028 is the Marshall the Governor Mark 1 guitar pedal. The Governor now. £70 we have bid with straight in on the internet there. 70, we'll take the bid at 70. Any more for the 75 then? 75, 80. 85. Any more on this one at £80? Asking 5 now. At £80 then, GH Live at 80. All done, are we at 80? 5, 90. 5, £100. £100 we have bid. Do we see 110? Yes, we do. 110, 120. At £110 then. Last chance for 120. We'll sell at 110. 110, 2474. 2029 with the Boss Waza Craft BD2W Blues Driver guitar pedal. And interest straight in with the internet, 95, £100, jump in now, 110, 110, 120, 120, 130, at 120 with the saleroom.com bidder, it's against you, GH Live, you're coming back for 130. At 120, we're asking 130 now, if you're coming in for 130, at £120 then, all done and selling, 120, that's to you, 8022. 2030 is a JHS Pedals Morning Glory guitar pedal. And with interest straight in 70 bid, 5, 75, 80. I have now £80 here on the internet, £80 asking 5. at £80 then. GH Live 5, 90. We're going 90. 5. £90. Do we see 5? At £90. All done. Final call. Any 95s? £90 and done. £90 to you. 2, 3, 54. On to 2031 is the Believable Audio 29 pedals unit guitar pedal. And with interest rate at 80, 5, 95, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Quick bidding on the internet here, thank you. 150, do we see 160? At 150 then, 160, 160 we're still going, 170. At 160 I have, asking 170 now. At £160. Final call for any 170s. Selling at 160. 160 to you, 2908. 2032 is a Digitech Whammy DT pitch shifter and drop tune guitar pedal. £100 straight in. Do we see 110? Yes, we do. 110, 120. 110 here. GH Live at 110. Do we see 120 then? At £110. All done. Are we sure at 110? Hammer's going down at 110. 110 to 749. 2033 Dunlop Crybaby Mini Wah guitar pedal. £40 we're away, £40 to see 5. At £40 now, internet at £40, asking 45 now. At £40. Box example, it's no money, is it? Surely 45, 45, 50 then. £45 bid now, do see 50? £50 I have. £50 bid, do see 55? £50 then, GH Live at 50, all done. We'll sell at 50. 5 still going, 55, do we see 60? 55, you're coming back on GH for 60. £55 then, do we see 60? All done at 55. 2894. Didn't miss you. 2034 is a 4P FX and Deep Ogging guitar pedal. £80, 590 we're off. £95 bid. 95, do you see 100? 95 GH Live, do you see £100? We do. £100, 110, 110, 120 then. At 110 I have, asking 120. 120 bid now, 130. 130, still going 140. At £130, invite you back for 140. At £130, selling at 130. Final call for any more. 130 to 187. 2035 with the Morley Power Wah guitar pedal. And do we see 30? 30 on this one, surely. 30, 30. £15 then will open. 15, 15, 18. Coming back for 20. 20, do we see 5? £20 now, saleroom.com. Do we see 5 then? At £20. We can sell. This is going 25. £25. New bid at 30. £25 GH Live. You're going to be back at 30. We'll sell then at 25. All done at £25. 2775. 2036 is the Morley Pro Series volume guitar pedal. Or 2036. And £15 with interest away again at £18. 20. Back for 20, shall we? At £18 now, do we see 20? For the Morley, do we see 20? 2020, final call for any 20s. 2037 Digitech Jam Man Looper Phrase Sampler Guitar Pedal. And with bids away at £35. Taking the bid now, GH Live at 35, do we see 40? Here on the internet, £35. Any more for 40? Yes, we have 45, 45 and 50. 50, we're still going 50. Asking 55 now. £50 now, GH Live at £50. Do we see 55 elsewhere? All done, are we? And selling. £50. That's to you, 2585. 2038 the Yamaha GW50 Guitar Performance Effector Guitar Pedal. Fitted hard case with this one as well. Lot 2038, just wait for the internet to catch up. We're away at 20 and 5, £25 bid. Do we see 30 then? £25, 35, 45, 45, 50. Jump in now, £50 bid. Do we see 55? Here on the internet, £50. Do we see 55 elsewhere? At 50 then, GH Live bidder will sell at 50, all done. £50. That's 2038. 2039 is Dunlop Crybaby GCB 95 Wah guitar pedal. And straight in there at £30, thank you. 5, 35, 40, 45, 45. Now do we see 50? Bids coming in at the same time. 50, 55, 55, 55, 60. £55 now. GH Live, you're coming back on the saleroom.com. It's against you. You're coming back for 60. 60, yes you are. 60. Coming back GH Live now. 65, 70. At £65 now, holding. Still on the internet here at 65 against us. All do we see 70 at 65 and selling at 65. 65 to 2258. 2040 is the Moore TF16 pedal board with gig bag. And lots of bids flying in, pre-sale bids as well, jumping in at 55. We're jumping at £55 bid now. Do we see 60? Here on the internet, GH Live at £55, we see 60 coming in. £55, we're selling at 55, all done. £55, that's to 2023. 2041 with the eBow plus electronic bow for guitar, boxed with its picks, etc. The eBow, it's we see a few of these, don't we? A 45, 55, 55 now, 60, £60 bid now. Do we see 5? Yes, we do. 65 and 70, jump in 75. Lots of internet activity on 75. Do we see 80? Yes, we do. £80 bid. Do we see 5 now? £80 then holding with the saleroom.com at 80. Asking 85 then. All done, are we? Final call for 85. £80. That's to you, 8022. 2042 is a TC Helicon voice tone C1 hard tune and correction voice pedal with the volume expression pedal and the others in the lot there, fully described and illustrated, and we're away at 50. £50 bid, 55 asking. £50 now with GH Live at 50. Do we see 55? Final call for 55. Selling at 50. 2014. 2043 is the Boss Waza Craft chorus guitar pedal. And lots of bids flying in. I have interest at 100, 110. I'm out, you're in 120, 130, 140. 140 now on the internet here at 140. Asking 150 at 140 with GH Live bidders at 140. Do we see 150? All done at 140. Final call for 150. Selling at 140. 140. 2498. 2044 is the Boss OC5 octave guitar pedal. Boxed example. And I have absentee interest again at 90 against you online then, coming back for 95 if you'd like. I've £90 bid asking 95 at £90. Are we going to sell then? My bidder here at £90. Hammer's going down at 90, all done at 90. 95, there you are. 100 I have here, £100. You're coming back for one more for 110. Yes, you are. I'm out, you're in. GH Live at 110 now. Do you see 120? At 110 on the internet. Final call anymore for this one at 110. 2811. 2045 is the Moore GE100 multi-effects guitar pedal. Straight in with interest at 20. We'll take the bid at 20. 25, 30, 35 now. 35, do we see 40? Yes, we do. We're going at 45. 45 bid, 50, 50, 55 or ask. £50 bid, asking 55 now. £50 here. Internet bid at 50. Do we see 55? All done at 50 and selling. £50. 2080. 2046, we have 4 micro effects guitar pedals as fully described for you there, and we've interest away at 35. I've absentee interest, so on their behalf against you online at 40. Just coming up for 45, are we? £40 here with me at 40. Do we see 45? Final call for 45. 45, I've got 50. Go one more for 55. At £50 then. You're coming back for one more for 55. Final call for 55. Selling at 50. My bidder 302. 2047 we move to is a Line 6 FBV shortboard guitar controller pedal. Interest here at tenner, 12, 15, 18, 20, 25, 30, £30 bid. Do we see 5 now? £30 I have, asking 35. At £30 then. We'll sell at 30, all done at 30. £30. 2038. 2048 is a Neural Quad Cortex guitar processor. Bids flying in as I'm introducing a lot there at 520, 550, 580. I've got 580 now. Bids on both platforms. Flying in at 580, 600. We're still going. £600 bid. Do we see 620? It's with you, Easy Live. It's GH Live now at 620, 650, 680, 680, 700, 700, 720. £700 I have bid now. We're asking 720 at £700. With Easy Live auctions online, 720 back, 720. Do we see 750? At 720 then. GH Live online at 720, 750, 780. At £750 then. All done at 750, all done at 750. Thank you so much. 750, that is 2717, thank you. 2049, we have the Eventide Time Factor guitar pedal. Got 2049, and we're straight in with interest at 80, 5, 90, 95, 100, 100, 10, 110, 110, 120. Bid at 110, do we see 120 now? GH Live at 110. 120 still going on the internet, 120, asking 130. At 120 now, do we see 130? Final call for any more. Last call for 130. 130, 140. At 130, we're still going 140, 140, they're back, 140. Come back for 150. At £140 then. Easy Live auctions at 140, selling at 140. 140. 1086. On to 2050 is a Hartmann Vintage Germanium Fuzz guitar pedal. And bid at £50, we're away. £50 bid, do we see 55 now? At 55, 55, coming back for 60. £55 now bid. Here, 55, do we see 60? At £55 then. All done at 55, we'll sell at £55. 60, still going, 60, 60, 65. £60 then, asking 65, final call for 65. Selling at 60, 65, 65, 70. 65 now, it's coming back for 70. On the internet bid here, £65, all done at 65. 65. 2077. 2051 is a Strymon Timeline guitar pedal. And at 150 we're away, 160 now, 160 bid, 170, 170 sir, 170 bid. Here in the room, it's against the internet, coming back for 180. At 170 now holding, do we see 180? £170 then. We'll sell, all done at 170. Thank you, sir. 170. 336. Well done to you. 2052 with the Strymon Flint Tremolo and Reverb guitar pedal. What? 2052. Absentee here, but we're rushing away anyway. 130, 140, 150, 150 bid. You're in online on GH Live at 150. Do we see 160? At £150 now, we're asking 160. 160 elsewhere then. Sell at 150, all done at 150. 150. That's to you, 2593. 2053 is a Nobel's ODR1 Natural Overdrive guitar pedal. And we're bid straight in at 50, 5, 55, 60, 65, 70. £70 bid, do we see 5 now? £70 now, do we see 5 elsewhere? At £70 I have here on the internet, GH Live at 70, do we see 75? All done at 70 then. £70. 2474. 2054 is MXR Dynacomp M102 compressor guitar pedal. And with absentee interest as well, I'll go ahead of you. Against you online, I've got 50. Coming out for 55 now. At £50 now, invite you for one more for 55 if you'd like. GH Live, you're out. It's against you. Asking 55. Do we see 55 elsewhere then? My bid here at 50, selling at 50. 302. 2055 with the Boss Wazza Craft TB2W Tone Bender guitar pedal. And lots of interest in this. We're away at 320. 320 I have now. Do we see 340? 320 now. On the internet here, 340, 360, 360, 360 bid, 380 at £360. Going back for 380. 380, 380 bid, 400, 400, 420, 420, 440, 440, 460. 460 bid now, asking 480 at £460 then. Still holding here at 460 on the internet platform of 460, 480, you're back, 480, 500, £480 now bid, 500, 500, 520. And bid 500 now. Do you see 520 elsewhere then? At £500. You're coming back for 520. All done. Final call for 520. Selling at 500. 520, there you are. 520, 550. 520 I have bid now. Coming back for 550 then. At 520. Final call for 550. 550 bid. 580. £550. Still going. 550. Do you see 580? At £550 then. Selling on the internet 550. All done at 550. 550. Thank you, 2052. On to 2056, the Mission Engineering EP1 MGBK Expression Pedal. Bid at 30, 5, 40. Got 40 here. What's 45, sir? 45, thank you. 45 is in the room now. 45, come back for 50, 50, 55, 60. £55 now bid, asking 60. At 55 bid, selling at 55, all done at 55. 55, sir, thank you. Number 336. On to 2057 SM Scott McKeon Fuzz Guitar Pedal. 2057, away at 110, 110, 120, 120 we're going, 120, asking 130. At £120 now bid to see 130. At 120 then, all done, final call for 130. We'll sell at 120. TU2354. 2058 Origin Effects Revival Drive Guitar Pedal. 150, 160, 170, 180, 180, 190 now asking. 180 bid, do we see 190? At 180 then, holding at 180 here on the internet at 190, 190, 200, £200 I have bid now, do we see 220? £200 now, do we see 220 then? At £200 holding, 220, 220, 240, 260, 260, flurry of bids there at 260 now, asking 280. Bid at £260 then. Any advance anymore for 280? We'll sell then here, internet bid at 260, all done at 260. 260. 2354. On to 2059 is the Roger Mayer Voodoo Vibe Guitar Pedal. And at 150 I'm bid on the line. We'll take the bid at 150. Do we see 160? 160 still going 160, asking 170 now. At 160. We're below estimate. We're selling at 160, 170. Coming back for 180. Yes, you are 180, 190. At £180 then. Easy Live auctions here, 190, 190. Back with GH Live, 190. Do we going to see £200 then? £200 we have bid. Do we see 220 then? £200 they're back, 220. 220 bid, asking 240. 220 now, asking 240. Coming back for 240. At £220 then. Final call for 240. All done are we at 220. 2052. 2060 is a Tube Works Tube Driver Guitar Pedal, and we're bid up to live bids, auto bids, flying in at £150 bid now. 50, 150. Do we see 160? Bid here at 150. Do we see 160? At £150 bid, 160. New bid at 160, asking 170. At 160, still holding online. GH Live at 160. Do we see 170? Are we done then? All done at 160 and selling at £160. 160. 2811. 2061 is the MXR Phase 100 guitar pedal, and straight in with interest at £80 on the internet. Thank you there. One at £80, asking 85 then. Bid here at 80. Any advance for 85? Are we done then and selling at 80? 85, 85 we're going on the internet there. 85 asking 90 then. At 85 bid. We see 90, all done at 85. £85. That's to you, 2853. On to 2062 is a 1970s Boss BF1 flanger guitar pedal. Japanese made example here in 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. At 160 asking 170 now. Bid on the internet here at 160. Do we see 170 elsewhere? We'll sell then at £160, all done at 160. 2007. 2063 is the Analog Man Mini by Comp guitar pedal. Got 2063 and we're away at 130. Bids at 130, taking the bid at 130, do we see 140? 140 we do, 140 do we see 150? 150 bid, 160. 160, we're still going 160, do we see 170? Bid at 160, asking 170. At £160 then. All done. 170. 170 I have bid now, asking 180. Bid here at 170, do we see 180? At 170, all done and selling at 170. 10048. 2064 is the T-Rex replica guitar pedal, made in Denmark there. And £35 taking the bid, 35 asking 40 then. £35 bid with GH Live on the internet here at £35, we see 40. 35 selling at 35, all done. £35. 2010. 2065 is the 1970s MXR Blue Box guitar pedal. Full description there for you. £200 we're away though. Bid at £200, we see 220, 220, 240, 240, 260. We're bid at 240, coming back for 260 at £240 then. Do we see 260? Final call then if you're coming in for 260. We'll sell at 240. 2130. 2066 is the Ernie Ball Volume Expression pedal, and with bids, multiple absentee interest here, we're away at £35. Do you see 40? It's against you, 40. 40, and we're going online now. I'm out, you're in £40 on the internet there. £40 to see 45. £45 bid, 45.50. At 45 now, coming back for 50. At £40, £5, 50, 50, thank you, 50 bid at 50, asking 55 then. £50, are we going to go 55? Selling then at 50, all done at 50. £50, 2038. 2067 is a 1980s Arion SFL1 stereo flanger guitar pedal. 2067, and we're away with interest at 45, 45, now coming back for 50. £45 now to see 50. At 45 then holding to see 50, final call for 50. 2068 is a Nobel's ODRS Overdrive Special Guitar Pedal. And bids are flying in. We're racing up to 140, 150, 160, 170, 170, 180, 180, asking 190 now. Bid at 180, do we see 190? At £180 then. Holding, do we see 190? 190 over short, 190, 200, 200, 220. £200 now, do we see 220? 220 no, 220, 220, you're back, 240, 240, 240, 260. At £240 then. All done. Final call, last call for 260, 260, 280. At 260, £280 we're asking now. All done at 260, selling at 260. Hammer's going down, selling at £260. Thank you, 2474. 2069 is the selection of pedals and guitar accessories various. Useful little lot this, and variety indeed. At 65, 75, 80, £85 now here at 85 now, asking 90. £85 now, do we see 90? It's £85. All done, are we? Hammer's going down at £85. 90 still going, 95. Give you a moment if you're coming back for 95. Yes, you are, 95. 100 then, we'll ask. £95, do we see 100? At 95 then. All done at 95. 100, 110. £100 I have bid now. I'm asking 110. Last chance if you're coming in for 110. £100. 2014. 2070 is EG Dyna Red Dist Clone Fuzz Guitar Pedal. I bid online at £10 and we're taking the bid. Get this sold. £10, 12, 12, 15, £12, 15, 15, 18, 20, 25, 30, £25 bid now. Do we see 30? At £25 then, we're selling 30, 30 still going, 30, coming back for 35. At £30, asking 35, final call for 35. £30 to 33. 2071 with the Dunlop Cry Baby guitar pedal. And bid straight in at 30, and 5, and 40, 40, and 5. £40 bid now. Do we see 45 then? £40 bid. GH Live online at £40, selling at 40. 40, 2485. 2072 is the Boss RC20XL Phase Recorder Loop Station Guitar Pedal. 2072. I've got absentee interest, so on their behalf, straight in at 80. Thank you for 85, we'll invite. £80 asking 85. My bidder £80 then. We're selling then. All done with my bidder here at 80. No 85s. £80. That's me, 2369. 2073 is a Roland GR20 guitar synthesizer pedal board. £50 asking 50-50. 50 for the pedal board there, 50. We'll get there, won't we? £30 opening there. Asking for 30 then if you're coming in for 30. 30, 30, £30 bid, 35, 35, come back for 40. One more for 40. We can sell now with £35 then. We're selling at 35, make no mistakes, this is going 40, 45 at £40 then. Holding 45, do we see? £40 then. All done when selling at 40. 2853. 2074 is a Boss BC1X bass comp guitar pedal. And with absentee interest again against you online at 55, 60, 65, asking 70. 65, my bidder, do we see 70? At £65 then. 70, 75, we go 80. £75 now still against you online, coming back for 80. £75 here against you at 75, 80. I've got 85, asking 90. £85 bid, do we see 90? Coming back for 90. Hurry along then, 90. You're in online now, I'm out. We're at £90 asking 95 then. GH Live at 90, selling at 90. 2609. 2075 1980s Ibanez FL301 flanger guitar pedal. What, 2075? And do we see 80? Coming in for 80, are we? 80, 80. We'll try for 50 if we must. Get started at 50 if it helps anyone. Start us for 50, 50, 50 bid. 50, do we see 5 now? 55, coming in for 60. At 55, asking 50, 60 now. Asking 60 at 55 pounds, 60, 60, 65. Do we see 70? 65 pounds now. Hurry back for 70 if you're coming back for 70. At 65 pounds, are we done with selling? 70, 75, 70 pounds now. Coming back for 75. Last chance for 75. Don't miss this one. We're selling at 70, 75, then 80. 75 pounds bid. GH Live. Do we see 80? 75 pounds. We're there at 80. We're back where we started. 80 pounds. We see 85 then. 80 pounds bid. Selling at 80 pounds. 80 pounds. 2853. 2076. The Electro Harmonics Green Russian Big Muff guitar pedal. 40 pounds bid straight in on the internet. Thank you. 40 pounds asking 5 now. At 40 pounds here. GH Live at 40. Do we see 45? 45, 50. 45 now. Thank you. Asking 50. Coming back online for 50. It's at 45 pounds. We see 50. Final call for 50. 45. That's bidder 2077. 2077 is the Great Eastern FX small speaker overdrive guitar pedal, and we're straight in online at 80. Asking 85 now. 80 bid. Do we see 85? Are we done then? 80 pounds. Final call for 85. We're selling at 80. All done at 80. 2664. 2078 is the Boss TW1 T-Wah guitar pedal, and we're bid straight in at 70. 5 asking. 70 pounds bid. Do we see 5? At 70 pounds now. Do we see 5? We'll sell then. 70 pounds. Final call for any more. Selling at 70. 70 pounds. 3060. 2079 with the Fishman Aura Spectrum acoustic imaging guitar pedal, and I'll go 135 with an absentee against you online. You can come back for 140 if you like. At £135 specific, I know, but we'll ask for 140 if you're coming back for one more. At 135, 140. I'm out, you're in then. GH Live at 140, asking 150. At £140 then. On the internet at 140. Against us all, we've all had to go this one. 140, do we see 150? 140. Bid still going at 150. 150, do we see 160? We're still going at 150. Going back for 160. At £150. New bidder on GH Live there at 150. Asking 160. Final call for 160. 150. It's to you. 2458. And 2080 is the Behringer Vintage Tube Monster Vacuum Tube Overdrive guitar pedal. Bid at 20. Taking the bid at 20. We can sell. We're £20 bid. Do we see 25 now? At £20 now, do we see 25? At 25 bid. Do we see 30? GH Live at 25. Do we see 30 then? Coming back for 30. We're selling at 25. All done at 25. That's 2485. 2081 is a TC Electronic G Natural Guitar Effects pedal. That's 70 away with interest here. Do we see 75 coming in? £70 now. Do we see 75? At £70 with interest now. Asking 75, 75, 80, 85. £80 now, coming back for 85, are we? £80 against your GH Live. Coming back for one more for 85. 85, we see 90. At £85 now, GH Live, we see 90. At £85, then any more for any more, we'll sell then. £85, all done at 85. That's to you, 2004. 2082 is a Strymon Iridium amp and IR cab guitar pedal. Straight in at 150, we're away at 150. Do we see 160? Bid at 150, 160, 160, 170. At £160 bid, asking 170. I have 160, do we see 170? Yes we do, 170, 180. At 170, 180, 180, 190. At £180 now, do we see 190? We're asking 190. At 180, selling at 180, final call. 180, it's to you, 2004. Same buyer. 2083 is a T-Rex tone trunk pedal board with outer gig bag. Bidding away up to 25, 30, 35 now, 40. £35 bid, asking 40. £35 now, asking for £40 if you're going to come in. Do we see 40? All done and selling at £35. Bless you. 2485. 2084 is the Boss TU3 chromatic tuner guitar pedal. 45, 55, 65, £65 now, bid at 65 on the internet here, 65 asking 70, £65 now, bid on GH Live platform at 65. Do we see 70 anymore for 70? Last call for £70. 27.95. 2085 is the Electro Harmonics Analogizer guitar pedal. Doesn't roll off the tongue. 2085, and we're away with interest at 35, 40, £40 bid. Do we see 5? At £40 now, GH Live at 40. Do we see 5? £40 then. Selling at 40, all done at 40. 27.95. 2086 is the Boss ME50 multi-effect guitar pedal. 40 away, 45, 45 now I have, 50. £45 now, do we see 50? 50 we do, 50. Coming up for 55. £50 bid, do we see 55 then? 55 sir, 55 got you. 55 at the back there, 60 we're asking. £55 now, it's against both online. That's £50 here in the room, 55 asking 60. 55. Thank you sir, £55. 2488. Thank you very much. On to 2087 is a good quality custom made guitar pedal board. Good components, fully described there. Lots for your money there, and we're away. Someone agrees, £800 and 20, £850. I've got £850 bid now. Do we see 880? At 850, 880 bid now. Coming back for £900 at 880. Easy Live Auctions online at 880, asking 900 at £880. Final call anymore for 900, 880. That's to you, 10048. 2088 is the Roland GR55 guitar synthesizer pedal unit. 95, 100, 100 bid now, 110, £100 now on the internet here, 100 asking 110 at £100 then. All done at 100. Final call for any more, £100. 100. 2014. On to lot 2089 is the Ibanez TS9 Tube Screamer guitar pedal. 60 away, bid 65, 65, got 70 now, 70, 75 are ask. £70 now, coming in for 75 then, at £70. Bid, asking 75, 75 going, 80, 85 now, 90. Any more on this then, £85 now, bid 90, we're still going £90, asking 95. At 90, GH Live at 90, we'll sell at 90. £90. 2811. 2090 is the Boss RC3 Loop Station guitar pedal. And 55, we're jumping 55, we're straight in at 55, do we see 60? £55, 60, still going 60 and 5. £60 bid, 65 bid now, 70. 70 I have bid now, asking 75, 75 still going to 75, asking 80. £80 coming back for 85, 85, 90. £85 now, do we see 90? 90, yes we do, £90 bid, 95. 95? 90 then. Easy Live Auctions at 90, selling at 90. That's 90, 186. 2091 is the Roland GR20 guitar synthesizer. And at £95, taking the bid, asking £100. Bid at 95 here on the internet. At 95, do we see 100? Yes we do, 100, asking 110. At £100, got you 110, do we see? At £100 then. Easy Live Auctions at 100. You coming back for 110? All done are we? Final call for 110. Selling at 100. That's 159. 2092 is the 1970s WEM Watkins Custom Copycat Echo Tape Delay Unit. And bidding away on the internet as I'm introducing, we're up to 95, 110, 120, 130, 130, 140 do we see? At £130 here. Internet bid at saleroom.com at 130. Do we see 140? Asking 140 now. I'm bid 130, 140 I'm bid now. Asking 150 at £140 now. Do we see 150? It's against you, saleroom.com. Are you coming back for one more? At £140. Bid now at 140. Final call for 150. 140. That's to you, 10059. 2093 is the next 1970s WEM solid state Watkins copycat tape echo unit. And 140, 150, 150 bid, 160, 160 still going, 170 do we see? At £160 bid on the internet here, 160 do we see 170? At 160 asking 170. It's £160 then. 170, 170 bid now, asking 180. I bid now at 170. Last chance for 180. All done are we at £170. 2686. Lot 2094 is the Black Star Amplification HT Reverb guitar pedal. You see £50 to me on this, 50-50. At £30 we'll open the bidding. If we ask 30-30, we'll take you down to 30. If it helps anybody come in for 30, 30-30. At 20, 20 opening, 25, 25, take it away for 25. If you must, 20, 25, asking 25 now. At £20, hammer's going down, no further interest, 25. 2095 is the Boss OC3 Super Octave guitar pedal. And bids absentee, I'm out actually, we're online at 70 and 5, £75 bid, do we see 80? At £75 now on the internet, do we see 80? At £75, GH Live at 75. That's to you, 3069. 2096 is the Boss DD3 digital delay guitar pedal. And absentee interest here against you, both internet, 60, I'll go 65 with my bidder, coming back for 70. One more for 70. £65 now, do we see 70? 70, I'm out, you're in on the internet there, £70 GH Live, do we see 75? At 70, ordered at 70 and selling. It's to you, 2853. 2097 DoD FX63 Deep Freeze bass chorus guitar pedal. And with interest straight in on the internet, 55, 60, 60 bid now, 65 do we see? At £60 here, do we see 5? £60 then, selling at 60. 2485. 2098, the Zoom G1 on multi-effects guitar pedal, together with the other Zoom effects guitar pedal there, 2 in the lot, and at 20 we're away, 5, 25, 30, 5, 35 bid now, do we see 40? 35 then, all done at 35, final call for 40, 40 there you are, 40, do we see 5, 45, you're back at 45, asking 50, and bid now £45, we see 50, last chance for 50, selling at £45. 2485. 2099 Crowther Audio Hotcake Overdrive guitar pedal. 50 away, 5, 65 now, 70, 70 bid, lots of bids coming in, 70 half, 5, 80, £80 I have now, £80, do we see 85? Yes I do, 85, 90, 90, they're back at 90, do we see 95? £90 bid now, 95 asking, £90 now, 95, 95 going 100, 100 bid, 110, £100 now. £100 I have bid, do we see 110? Final call for any 110s, selling at 100. £100. 2302. Lot 2100 is the 1980s Roland Chorus Echo Tape Delay Oblique Echo Unit. Lot 2100. Like we start this at £1,100, we see 1150 coming in. £1,100, we see 1150. At £1,100 then, we see 1150, final call for 1150. 1150, 12, 1250. At £1,200, we see 1250 coming in for 1250. Final call for 1250, all done are we at £1,200. Last call for 1250, all done are we. 2101 is the Pearl Graphic EQ GE09 guitar pedal, made in Japan, together with the Boss. 4 in the lot, a little group there for you. 4 for 40, shall we try for 40, opening for 40. We see £40 then, 40, 40, we'll go 30, £25, 25 taking the bid, do we see 30, £25 now, do we see 30, at £25, no bids of 30, final call for 30. Last lot of the day, 2102 is the Morley SLV 0 Slimline Volume Guitar Pedal, and we bid at £25 on the internet there, taking the bid 25, do we see 30, this is selling at £25, last call for 30, 25 then. 25 to bidder 3060. That concludes the day. That concludes the guitar event in total. Make a note, have a look at the results. The odd one slipped through, maybe not have made the price on the day. Get in touch if you want to make any offers. Sensible chat to Luke. And we go again after the summer break. Get in contact immediately if you want to get any guitars and effects in the next auction. All the news and on our socials, on our website, accepted entries now. I think Luke's filling up thick and fast, as he always does now with guitar events. So do make contact, the earlier the better. We look forward to you coming to collect as of 7 days from the auction. Collections and payment is necessary nice and early, and we'll see you very soon. Thanks again for your presence and visiting. All the best.
Well done. Good shit.
I guess where that's from.
Don't know how I ended up on the sheet.
You okay, mate? How'd you get onto it? I clicked off of it.
How'd you open up the window?
I think it's because you open it on the TV.
Yeah, it's on the TV. So if you go over right click and drag it back on.
Just make sure we disconnect from the saleroom.com then.
You clicked off it though. So that means it's off.
That's on the TV. Far too complicated. It's on the TV. It's on the TV, Jack. It's on the TV, Jack.
What is? Yeah. Who bought this thing? It's not even a foot wide. Jesus. That's special.
You're special. You're so special.
Well, Chris, well done. Yeah, another one under your belt. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That sculpture. 791. Got a lot number here for it. 791. It might be, it's big enough, isn't it? I think it's massive. I've seen it in the room last week, but I haven't seen it this week. Is it over there? Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay.
It's right in the centre where you're that way.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Thank you. Right, Jim.